shiny, I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral disorder. And my partners love me for it. I'm a natural 20 when it comes to being me. I'm a time traveler, so Alonzi. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral disorder, and proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral disorder, and proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral disorder. I'm proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral disorder. I'm proud to be. In whatever sitch, like singing on Twitch or playing D&D. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral disorder. You may call me obsessive, but I just border on being a collector and being a dragon that sits atop my treasure. That's so shiny, I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral disorder. And my partners love me for it. I'm a natural 20 when it comes to being me. I'm a time traveler, so Alonzi. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral disorder, and proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral disorder, and proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral disorder. I'm proud to be. I'm a flying ace and fly through outer space. Hello, sweetie. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral disorder. I'm proud to be. In whatever sitch, like singing on Twitch or playing D&D. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral disorder. You may call me obsessive, but I just border on being a collector and being a dragon that sits atop my treasure. That's so shiny, I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral disorder. And my partners love me for it. I'm a natural 20 when it comes to being me. I'm a time traveler, so Alonzi. I'm a badass, asexual, polyhedral.
Hi, everybody. Oh, I did not want to start an Angie face. I don't know why I'm starting with Angie face. There we go. Chill the fuck out. Thanks, VC face. How are you all doing? Welcome to Higurashi no Nakakoro ni. We are back again with the arc number 3, Tatari Goroshi, chapters 7+. I am, as always, joined by my friends David and Kayla.
Hello, I am David.
I'm Kayla.
I hate you both.
No, you don't.
Love you too.
Nope. God damn it, Kayla.
I'm just sharing my love.
Thank you.
Levy.
Levy. Said Levy at me.
Excellent. Thank you for saying it, because I have it muted, because I can't stand to hear myself twice.
Amazing. Okay. So, as always at the beginning, again, trigger warnings for anyone new coming into this. There will be some dark themes, very dark, violence, disturbing imagery. Probably not as much in the visuals, but definitely in what is being read. And also, warning, this game is very Japan. It's so very Japan.
Very Japan.
It was made by one Japanese guy who was horny on Maine. And apparently really likes murder too. So that's a combination. Okay.
Yes.
So, let's
Okay.
see.
So what happened last time? It's been so long
What
since we
did happen
played.
last time? Fuck. Well, we learned more about Satoko's sad backstory. And that
Oh, of
her
course.
shitty uncle is
right.
back.
Oh.
Her shitty uncle is back and is
Oh.
basically using her as a slave to cook and clean and do shit while he and his friends gamble and drink and smoke.
Right.
And we are not very happy about that because obviously, who would be?
Right.
What else happened? I think. Oh, we also had weird feelings about the cop showing up, and just immediately fucking
Always
hate
weird
his
feelings.
guts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oishi might be like antagonistic this round instead of generally helpful that he's been in the past.
Has he really been,
Maybe.
though?
He's like done his best.
Mm.
Maybe. So yeah, let's load this. Who do we have for who wants a narrator this time around?
I don't care.
Fuck it, I'll do it.
No,
Okay,
you can't do. You like literally are the other main character.
That's true. Kayla, why don't you take it? Because I feel like this isn't very Rika and Rena heavy.
This is very true.
So
Alright.
yeah.
I went home and washed off the day's sweat off in the shower. Normally, I can reset everything by taking a shower and forgetting all the bad things. But that didn't happen today. I got out of the shower to find fresh underwear placed neatly in the laundry basket. Normally, I didn't stop to think about it, but today I felt happy at my mother's consideration. At the same time, however, it made me realize how much Satoko must be suffering. At the very moment I was appreciating this gentle kindness, Satoko might be being bruised by her uncle's cruel words. I went up to the second floor and shut myself in my bedroom. Then, facing my desk, I folded my arms. The topic of thought, of course, was Satoko. We thought that if we could just get a public agency to intervene in the right way, the problem would be solved. But with what Coach said, I didn't think it would be so easily. Satoko was obstinate, and she would stubbornly deny the abuse and try to endure it. And that was an act of atonement towards Satoshi, who had protected her before they ran away. As long as she thought that way, the situation wouldn't be so simple. But earlier, before Coach, I made a clear declaration. If I had thought Satoko was in danger, then I would do what I had to do. In the end, that meant I was just gonna wait and see, too. Nevertheless, I thought I'd drawn a clearer line than Coach or my friends had. If the time came, I would report it. Over the phone. Given Satoko's personality, she might criticize me if she found out. But I believed it was ultimately the best decision. Wait, Keiichi Maebara. Would that really be all it took for the problem to end? Say that I reported it to a public agency, like the Child Consolation Center. What if they stuck to their wait-and-see attitude like last year again? Last year, they decided to do just that, and the situation improved temporarily? But then the aunt, thinking herself a laughingstock, increased her tormenting in secret. In the end, things became more underhanded than they ever before. This year, it was her uncle. I'd just seen him for the first time today. But the man seemed much more direct, much more violent than the word underhanded could imply. He wasn't like their aunt. No, not that subtle. He was more direct. He might also assault her with punches and kicks. That could easily be discerned from the bruises and such I saw on Satoko's body. Shit. You're too naive, Keiichi Maibara. However heroic it may seem to report what's happening, if it doesn't save her, then it doesn't mean anything. Reporting things to a public agency was only one option, and leaving everything to them would be dangerous. We would need something more to guarantee Satoko's safety. I scratched madly at my head, thinking, then tilted it back, wanting at least to be at least a little bit of calm. The memories of angry arguing with my friends today came to mind. I was embarrassed that I hadn't realized it until Renette said something. She was right. My house is big. Compared to all the houses and the straw-thatched roofs in Hinamizawa, it really was big.
Oh yeah, we had that whole thing at the
Mhm.
school with Rena like going off on Keiichi because he was trying to make it all seem easy, and he made me uncry.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
She
Rena
has a big
Rena went
house.
off.
And it got me.
Understandably.
Mm-hmm.
We did actually have empty rooms. I've never thought that we were affluent, but also never thought we were poor. I just didn't admit it because people would think I was arrogant. But maybe my family really is wealthy. But a few rooms we could lend to Satoko. The guest rooms are only in use when people related to my dad's job come and stay every once in a while. Plus, if we cleaned up a few of the rooms my dad uses for storage, they could work for her as well. As for food expenses, that might have been a more serious problem than a kid like me could imagine. Lunch every day would be manageable. All of our friends would just have to bring a little bit more for lunch than they usually do. With everyone pecking at everyone else's food anyway, it would be manageable. For breakfast and dinner, though, that would have to be up to Mom. I would need to convince her to lend Satoko more than just a room. Of course, I didn't even think convincing her of that would be easy. But how much did it cost for one person to eat? How many tens of thousands of yen per month? They couldn't complain about it if I shouldered that, could they? I only had 10 or 20,000 yen in savings, but it was something. I actually had even more thanks to my New Year's gifts and such, but my parents had taken all that and put it in a fixed time deposit. If I could get access to that, it should add up to a lot of money. If I got that far, Mion and Rena would need to share some of the burden. Of course that didn't seem like it would work. Rena got mad at me, didn't she? But how I shouldn't just shove responsibility onto others? I'd have to ask for help. Even so, I'd basically be saving her myself. Or follow through on it. Oh, but it wouldn't be only food expenses. There were a lot of other things that you couldn't do without, like baths and laundry. My mother was awfully methodical and strict about cutting out inefficiencies, and for once, that was troublesome. She might even make reference to the money it would cost for the detergent Satoko would use for her own clothes. I couldn't think only about food expenses. I needed more money. Hey, wait, Keiichi Maibara. Since when was all this about money? Even if you could afford it, you would need your parents' permission first. They'd be looking after a young girl for a really long time. What would I say to persuade them? Just calm down a bit, Keiichi Maibara, and you realize it right away that we can't. Even if you ask them seriously, they would tell you to call the police. Even if you manage to gain their empathy, why should the Maibara family have to shoulder all of the burden by itself? That's what would happen. That was it. It was very sad and frustrating, but no matter how much I wanted to help, my resolution alone couldn't save anything.
I think this is. Yep.
Kids, are they really this powerless? Keiichi's realizing what it means to be an adult.
Feel for him. I felt frustrated. I believe my feelings were stronger than anyone else's. Even though I even thought that we're stronger than coaches. And yet, at that point, there were 2 knocks at my door.
Oops.
And Mom poked her head inside. Were you awake? I've been calling you for dinner for a while.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
As someone financially dependent on his parents, I shouldn't say this, but I just sat around doing nothing and food suddenly disappeared. It felt so natural to me that I shamelessly thought of it as the responsibility of the parents who gave birth to me. But when I realized that natural thing was actually a privilege, I came to realize just how hard it was to grant that privilege to others. Even the boring meal in front of me, no better than it ever was, had more meaning than that tonight. There's food for 3 on the table right now, for Dad, for Mom, and for me. I could imagine how hard it would be to add another place at the table. Think, Keiichi Maibara. If it was hard to make food for 4, then just think about how 4 people could eat food made for 3. Oh. I changed around the way I thought, and with that I considered it an unthinkably bold plan. That's right. I didn't need to get my parents' permission.
Oh no.
She should just live here in secret.
God damn, Keiichi.
It was going decently well, and then Keiichi started being Keiichi.
Yeah, and Keiichi'd hard.
I got upset when I found out a while ago, but if I remember right, if you climbed out the window and then shimmied down to the first floor roof or the gutter, you could go in and out of the house directly from my room. Sadoko's physical ability far surpassed my own, so it should be even easier for her. I hadn't even thought about it, but her living here secretly was actually a necessity. I'd only have to bring Satoko to my house when the public entity said they would wait and see. In other words, if Satoko's uncle continued to be her guardian. If, in such a situation, word got out that she was here, her uncle would barge in and drag Satoko back with him. Her uncle was her rightful guardian, so my parents would hand her over without an argument, no doubt. So, I needed to keep it a secret that she was living here. If it needed to be a secret, then having my parents' help would mean a lot, but gotta deceive your allies first, like they always say. Okay, I'm an idiot. Persuading my parents was an unrealistic position. So I searched for a way to have her live here in secret. When I was around, she would just have to be really quiet in my room on the 2nd floor. The issue was the daytime. If she's hiding from her uncle, then she shouldn't go to school. It might be lonely, but not going would be the better option. I could easily teach Satoko the stuff she learned in her grade. Actually, during school, I mostly help all the younger kids out rather than study my own stuff.
My god, you're dumb, Keiichi.
You know, wouldn't it be awesome if one of these arcs he actually just, tells his parents what's happening?
You would think.
He's literally not, what is he, 14, right?
Yeah, 14, 15.
15, I think.
He's young. Trust your parents. Tell them. Just tell them.
No. He's 15. He thinks his parents are dumb as fuck.
Yeah, this is a Japanese pro tag. They never talk to anybody about anything.
I
Yes.
know, but this hurts,
That's how you get Hell Girl.
It hurts. During the day, I would need to go to school, so I wouldn't be home. My parents respected my privacy now that I was this age, so they wouldn't go snooping around in my room while I was gone, I think. If she holed up herself in my room, it would be okay, right? If my parents did come, thanks to where the second floor was, she could hear their approach from the sound of them coming up the stairs. And there would be a little bit of time before they got all the way up. I estimate a few seconds, that she'd be able to hide herself in the closet. Wait, Keiichi. Something doesn't make sense! All of this doesn't make sense!
Yeah, none of this.
If she can't go to school, then what's she'll do for Oh my god. Calm down already. I could just leave her my own lunch, couldn't I?
My
I should just
God.
go to school without lunch and get everyone else to split theirs with me. Okay, that's no good. I mean, that's good. No more contradictions or oversights, right?
My God.
Oh, breakfast and dinner. I could somehow get her to go without breakfast.
It's the most important meal of the day, Keiichi. What the fuck?
I can go with 2 meals a day when I sleep in on Sundays, after all. Every night, I'd pretend as though I had a bigger appetite, then ask for a bigger helping. Then I could just somehow give that part to Satoko.
How? You have to sneak it up your stairs.
As a test, I stood up from my seat with my plate of fish in my hands. What's wrong, Keiichi? Sit down and eat your food.
Well, I'm kind of not in a good mood. Can I eat up in my room?
You'll make a mess. Eat dinner at the dinner table.
Sorry.
You'll make a mess, like with your life, Keiichi. You know, your life up to this point.
Hey, wait. I only tried to take away one plate of fish and they ganged up on me? In reality, it was impossible for me to smuggle the food away without my parents knowing about it. But it must have been worth taking the time to think about it. There must be some kind of trick, some method to avoid them realizing. Even if I can't think of one today, I might think of one tomorrow.
Goddamn.
My appetite was rapidly fading, so I finished early and went back up to my room. I went back there and tried to think about it from Satoko's point of view. For example, let's say my parents were coming up to the stairs right now. I've got to hide. Open the closet. Clatter, clatter. It didn't open quietly. Hey, wait. Didn't it always open real smooth and quiet? Why was it suddenly doing this now? What is this, a faulty house? Had it already gotten old or something? Or was I just not putting enough work into it? Could I just plaster it with wax? It sounded self-made itself, but it left me uneasy to whether my parents would detecting it happening when they climbed the stairs. But this was an easy problem. I could do something about it. I just had to fix it up a little bit so they didn't make any noise anymore. For now, I will close myself in the closet as though I successfully hid.
My God, Keiichi.
Keiichi.
Why are you dumb? Why are you a dumb?
What the fuck is he doing? What is this chapter?
I don't understand this strategy, guys. I really...
So we found out Keiichi goes insane this chapter because he already has.
This is not just mere insanity.
Yeah.
This is the next level of insanity, brought differently from the previous arcs.
Yeah, right?
I basically always left my futon out on the floor. I couldn't think of any real reason my parents would want to go into my closet. Even so, there still might be some reason they would. What, to find your porn magazines? I might need to construct some sort of camouflage so that she wouldn't be noticed even if they did open it. But the more she worried about it, the less time she'd actually have to hide, meaning it'd have to be more likely they'd hear a noise.
My God, Keiichi! Where
And then I suddenly had to go to the bathroom.
Oh my God.
The bathroom? The need to use the toilet. So obvious. And yet, such a fatal flaw. The only bathroom was on the first floor. Wait. There's one bathroom in this house that have at least six bedrooms?
Apparently.
That's
What
weird.
house is this? Because there's at least, one for parents, one for him. He had storage rooms for his dad's art. So let's see at least 2 more from there, and then at least 2 for guest rooms. What?
Hmm.
It would be absolutely impossible for her to use it without my family realizing. I might need to set up a portable toilet, like a chamber pot, I guess.
Oh my god!
Oh my god,
Satoko would
KG.
hate it, so she could go in my room.
KG.
But the stench would be pretty terrible.
KG, you motherfucker. Shut the fuck up and just think of something else.
Just stop. Just stop, please. Please. Anyone sensitive would probably notice the smell without even coming into the room. The bath was okay, though. She could just take a bath when my parents were out. But I couldn't do anything about a toilet. When his stomach started to hurt, my parents were lazing around downstairs, she'd be in trouble. It was then I noticed that I'd been clawing at my head with both hands. I sat down in the dark closet with my knees against my chest. I buried my face in them and tore at my hair. The more I thought, the more contradictions popped up. The more I thought, the more things failed. And the more I worried, the more I was reminded about how little power I actually had. My back started to hurt from staying in a cramped place for so long. But if I was to shelter Satoko, I would need to force her to feel this pain. To live in such a dark, narrow, suffocating place? Forever. But it would still be better than being abused by your uncle. Or so I wanted to think. It got hard to breathe. So I gave in and crawled out of the closet. I looked at the clock, and to my surprise, it was 3:30 in the morning.
What?
Wow.
It felt like so little time, but it was so unbelievably long. When I realized that, I was slammed with such a terrible urge to sleep as if the time had only just caught up with me. What the hell was that sound?
Damn.
I didn't have enough strength to fight it, and I fell flat onto my futon. Oh, okay.
That's a weird sound.
That was a really
weird
weird sound. Shit. I can't just go to sleep like this. If I waste any time, that means I'll be taking the same wait-and-see attitude that Mion and Coach and everyone else did.
My god.
I need to keep worrying about how to rescue Satoko for a minute, or even a second longer, than anyone else.
Why are you making this into a fucking competition, KG?
Isn't there a better way? Isn't there a better way? The one phrase I spoke to myself swirled around and around in a spiral. It steadily took over my entire mind. For my last moment of consciousness, I thought. There were a lot of blind spots in what I had considered tonight, but I absolutely wasn't wrong for having those ideas. Tomorrow, I would suggest this bold... Oh, no. To the other...
Oh, no.
Oh, God.
Can we not?
Yeah.
And above all, we need to rescue Satoko once again, with everyone helping out. I felt pathetic for letting myself fall asleep. I'm sorry, Satoko.
Yeah, be sorry for being a dumbass, KG.
Like, seriously. The ceiling blurred into view. It was hot. There was a thin layer of moist sweat on me. The voices of the cicadas permeating my room were somehow grating to my head.
Today's not Sunday, is it?
I remembered today was a weekday and quickly brought myself to consciousness. And then finally, I leaped out of bed. The clock read a little before 10. I was totally late. When I wandered downstairs, my mom would get mad at me. There was nothing I could do, though. After reviewing the schedule for the school day for a moment, I slowly rearranged the stuff in my bag. I hurried along and got dressed, then went down the stairs. There was no sign of my parents anywhere. Maybe they went out somewhere together? So that's how it was. My mother had probably woken me up once this morning, but then I fell back asleep without remembering it. My parents, thinking I'd gone to school, left. Something like that probably happened. I went to the front door, and as I expected, it was locked. Looked like I was right. It was further evidence of my speculation being correct. When I realized my parents weren't here, I said I felt less like I had a rush to get to school. There was one portion of breakfast left in the dining room. Probably mine. The milk they poured in it had gone warm since a while ago. When I realized how hard it would be to sneak food for Stoko yesterday, I cried. Well, thinking back on it, food wasn't the only issue in that regard. I wasn't in a position where I could bargain for Stoko by myself anyway. It was such a heavy thing just to save a single person. I've seen this on TV and in comics all the time. Those feel-good words about how you save your friends for sure and such. Was that why I ran my mouth like that? Swearing to save her because I wanted to feel good about it?
Most probably.
No, that absolutely wasn't true, Flint.
No, it's
How
totally
dare
true.
you?
Totally
How
fucking
dare you? Because the fact was, I couldn't save her. Because I didn't want to think like an adult. Like I couldn't do anything but watch. Has Stoko gone to school today? I merely realized that was a meaningless question. Whether or not she did, there wouldn't be any change in the environment she'd been placed in. If I couldn't save her, and no one else could either, then we could only pray for a miracle.
Are we so powerless?
Yes. The vague goal of getting to school in mind, I sluggishly put on my schools and stumbled out of the front door. I only slept by 2 or 3 hours, but the sunlight and air felt completely different from how they usually were in the morning. Well, of course they did. Once 10 o'clock came around, you could barely call it morning anymore. Oops, okay. I don't sleep in until that most of the days.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, not me, nah.
Mm.
I didn't feel like walking the same old route to school. I'm late and I know exactly where I'm going with that route. I needed to ultimately end up there, but it was like I didn't want to choose the shortest route, the most proactive one to get to school. Put in a more positive light, maybe I wanted some time to walk by myself and think. And put it in a more negative light, I'm just an idiot who's going to get lost. I had to go to school. Probably to make sure Satoko was safe. But I hadn't come up with any plans yet. Nothing since last night. So the path I took from my house was in the complete opposite direction.
Because he's an idiot.
Because he's an idiot. If I went this way, I'd pass Rina's house and the dam site.
A damn
something's
site.
going to happen, and, we're going to go insane again.
Oh, maybe we'll run into Hot Photographer Son.
Oh.
I mean, we haven't
seen
seen much of him.
Yeah, we haven't seen him.
We haven't seen him yet.
It would be quite a detour. I calculated how long of a detour would end up, then, being satisfied with the answer, I started to walk. Rina had brought me to the dam site a few times. One section of it had turned into an unlawful, oversized garbage dump, and I really liked going fishing for junk in there. Without that, she'd come off as a completely normal girl, too. Supposedly.
Yeah.
I can think of a few other qualities she could do without, but whatever.
Damn, KG.
Rude.
I can think of several of yours that you could do without.
Yeah, moronic. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
The view quickly opened up wide, and I was hit by a strong wind. There was no shelter here at this big damn site.
Big damn site.
Oh, big damn side.
This is gonna be a monologue this whole chapter, please.
I have no
Maybe it was a
idea,
good thing I
man.
came here, I thought.
Yeah, I was not expecting.
Wasn't
Like, I know
expecting-
narrator talks a lot, but like this isn't just a lot by this point.
Another thing I wish Keiichi would would change. He's a fucking long-winded motherfucker.
But only in his head. Outside, he like can't speak.
He's just monologuing, and occasionally he'll just say something out loud, and people are like, "What the fuck, Keiichi? What does that even mean?"
But this thing is somehow they know what he's saying.
Somehow.
Somehow.
It's like his tendency to like half speak and half monologue everything he like a bunch of the time when he's talking.
Yeah, he's going to tell someone something, and then he like says maybe one sentence of it, and they're like, "What?" Because it's just like maybe 2 words out of the.
Oh my gosh. At the very least, it was more healthy to think about stuff in a place like this instead of my cramped bedroom.
He's talking about all this stuff in the bedroom about what is Toko supposed to do about this and about that, and like saying, and then just suddenly he says out loud, "Where will she go to the bathroom?" And people around are like, "What?"
The mother walks by at that exact moment.
Hey, Virtual, how you doing?
I took a deep breath and filled my lungs with a rich, cold air unique to Hinamizawa. I turned around reflexively. It was a bicycle battle. Considering where I was standing, I don't think they were trying to get me out of the way. They rang the bell because they wanted something from me.
Hey!
Photographer-son!
Alright.
Hey!
Is this going to turn into me talking to myself now?
Yes.
A little bit.
Congratulations.
Hey!
Alright, we're trading off now, Kayla.
It's your turn.
Hey, excuse me. You're from Hinamizawa, right?
I missed Photographer-son
Yes.
so much.
Same.
Why do you sound so unbearably attractive?
He's got pecs for days.
I've seen this extremely hot person around a few times. Right, I remembered. His name was, I think, Hot Photographer-son, a freelance photographer who lived in Tokyo. He would zealously visit Hinamizawa every season to take pictures, or so Mion and the others told me, I think.
Yeah.
They also told me about his abs and how much he works out.
Yeah, workout
Oh,
goals.
yeah.
Tomitake's beach bod workout goals. True.
Yes.
Yeah, he
look at
is.
that.
Could you tell me how to get to the Furude Shrine from here? I think I left my map at the inn. I don't know where to go.
You've been here more than him.
Yeah.
The shrine from here?
I knew everything was in my head, but explaining how to get there was difficult. I was a little irritated at having been bothered for this, but when I realized it meant my detour actually meant something, that feeling faded quickly.
I'll tell you, but it's a little bit difficult to explain. I could bring you there if you don't mind. Really? I would be in your debt. Thanks a lot. But are you sure? Did you have something to do?
Wow.
Our photographer-son finally appeared to have realized how strange it was for a student like me to be here at this time of day. I smoothly told him not to worry about it, then turned my back and started walking towards the Furude Shrine.
You do nothing smoothly, Keiichi.
Yeah, there's no way he said that smoothly.
Literally nothing is that you do is smooth, Keiichi.
That's like Keiichi trying to pull like the goblet of fire thing from the books, like the smooth thing is like, did you put your name in the goblet of fire? just
He said smoothly.
yes.
Our photographer-son hurried to get his bike around and came after me.
Sorry. Don't worry. All guys have times when they need. Is this Keiichi or
Nah, I feel like Hot Photographer-son.
when they need to split from
Yeah.
the pack and
Yeah,
lone
Hot Photographer-son.
wolves for a while?
What a free-minded freelancer. It was easier for me, too, that who's under that impression.
I'm hot. A freelance photographer. Look,
Someone
his
clip
full
that,
name is
please.
look. His full name is Hot Photographer.
I
But
know.
his first name has to be Hot.
I know that that's his last name.
That should be I'm photographer.
It's the name that you say first.
Yeah. My God.
Because it sounds weird if you say I'm photographer, a freelance photographer.
That perfect.
But also equally weird to say I'm hot. My God. Oh.
I specialize in wild birds and landscapes. I'm still pretty unknown, though.
It seemed absurd for him to introduce himself when I was just showing him to the shrine, but he gave me his name, so I need to give mine back.
I'm Ibara. Pleased to meet you, I guess. My Baracle. Pleased to meet ya.
He seemed like a pretty silly man, but that felt kind of good considering I've been suffocating with my worry over Satoko all night. Along the way, Hot Photographer Son, I'm sorry, Hot Son, spoke at length to me about how precious the nature in Hinamizara was, and how it was a treasure trove of rare wild birds. Despite my not having asked, I wasn't interested in what he had to say, but he seemed to be enjoying himself, so I left him to it.
These steps will take you up to the shrine grounds. Thank you. You really helped me out. I think I'm a little late.
That's Hot Photographer Son mumbled to himself. He left his bicycle nearby and started to climb the stairs quickly. I didn't have a watch, but as far as my internal clock, I guess, it was still a little late in the morning. School wasn't very far from here. Maybe I could kill a little more time until then. You were already late to school, mister.
Yeah. Is this like you're still in bed at 10 and work began at 8 and then you burned your breakfast so far things are going. Why are you making breakfast when you're late for work?
With that in mind, I went up to the steps in pursuit of Hot Photographer Son. This is gonna go splendidly. When I reached the top of the long staircase, I arrived at the wide open shrine grounds that were too grand looking for this little tiny village.
Hey Zagger, how you doing?
Sagger! Hot Photographer Son. Oh, there he is. It looked like we were supposed to be meeting someone here, so I'm gonna stalk him and find out exactly what it is. It's probably his girlfriend. But I got lost and ended up being late. He was bowing to the lady who must have been the person he was meeting. That lady. I knew her.
Do you?
Do we
knows?
really?
Do you really, Keiichi?
Right.
Have you really just conveniently heard about these people that everyone in town seems to hate? Who he is? Or wait, is that him?
Oh no, that's
That's
I think
probably
it's
the
her.
girlfriend.
Yeah. Hold on. Oh, is that you, my Barakun? Hello there. Are you off from school today?
What? Oh, my Bara, you followed me.
T, hi. How are you doing? Good to see you. How have you been?
I wasn't really planning to. I just wanted to kill some time.
Even later than I am.
Keiichi, trying to kill some time here is going to get you killed.
Well, he did want to get killed.
Oh my. Arriving at work like an executive. How refined. You certainly are famous taking the time to look like a big shot.
was I? A celebrity? I mean, I'm acting like it, but seriously. Well, she did say my name out of nowhere. Anyway. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
she's
how
the
does
nurse,
she
isn't
know who
she?
she is?
Right? She's the nurse.
She is a nurse, but she's not like affiliated with any of the schools, I'm pretty sure.
Hmm.
How does she know him then?
I don't know. Maybe she also remembers things from past time loops.
I was oddly concerned about what she meant by famous. You're in a small village, of course you're gonna be famous right now.
Oh, you still can't remember my name?
This is Mio Takano. Or sorry, creepy girlfriend. She
Thank you.
works at the village clinic. My Barakun, you seem healthy, so you probably haven't been to the hospital much, have you?
Oh wait, when he was ill that one time, he went and saw her.
Was that this arc though?
Think so?
No, he hadn't gotten.
No, that wasn't this arc. That was like the first arc.
No,
Because
really?
he gets
Yeah.
like accosted by Oishi on the way home,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and he almost
Oh,
gets
you're
run over by
right.
a car.
Yeah.
So it's been a while since he went to the, and I'm not, and he even then he went to that after she'd been killed or disappeared.
Wait,
But
you're talking about
he
me?
has
What?
definitely seen her in some sort of nurse setting.
Aw.
He has.
I miss the fuck out of you two, T.
No, he
You gonna
hasn't.
visit Kenneth? Oh,
Yeah, he
nice.
has.
That's awesome.
When?
Oh, hey,
I
Daniel.
don't remember.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
He has definitely seen her in a nurse in some capacity, hasn't he?
Well, she works at the clinic, the Erie clinic.
Yeah, but he's seen her as as a nurse.
No, he hasn't.
I thought, really?
Maybe,
Am I going insane? Oh shit! This
Wait.
is affecting me more than I thought.
I don't know. Might have seen her around because of Erie.
Like
Because of who?
the coach.
Coach.
Oh, coach.
She works at the Erie clinic.
Oh. Oh. Eh.
Yeah. Now that we're finally acquaintances, the next time you're sick or anything else, I suppose I'll give you a little bit of special treatment.
Yeah, she's regardless of anything else, she's being very creepy in a way that makes me think she also remembers past loops.
We
Would
are
make
not.
sense.
We are not on
We're
a
not-
replay.
Nah. This
Sorry?
game's weird where you like restart arcs and it goes back to the beginning, but different stuff happens.
Spare bedroom. Oh.
Well, technically, it's just 8 separate games that are all just arcs, but it's like a time loop type deal where we keep time looping back, where people keep dying, and then whenever the main character is dead, we time loop back to the beginning of it again.
Yeah.
And so this is the third
Virgil
one.
says. See, Virgil says we've seen her as a nurse.
When?
Just not in this loop.
Which loop? When?
I could have sworn. Thank you, Virgil. I'm probably saying your name wrong. I'm sorry.
But when though?
And another
We've
loop.
definitely seen her as a nurse in another loop, just not in this arc.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
we have seen her as a nurse. I could have sworn we did.
Yeah. Because he went to the
Okay.
clinic and she was at the clinic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm so sorry about that, T. I hope everything works out. This game
It is
is
extremely.
It's not even. It's a weird thing because it's not technically a game. It's more of a It's a sound novel.
The game is to try to uncomplicate it and try to figure out what's happening.
Yeah, it's basically trying to like. It's a bunch of like novellas that you read that involve some time loops and things going on. And there are 4 question arcs and 4 answer arcs that answer the questions of the question arcs. And it's basically us trying to figure out what is going on in this town.
And this
With
town
various
is
bits of
literally
information.
insane and crazy. I love it.
And various things happen in different loops.
Sometimes, one person's gonna be really nice one loop and then go batshit crazy in the next loop. And vice versa.
So it's more like watching an M. Night movie, yeah. The game is an experience, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
This name Creepy Girlfriend song. I kind of didn't remember her. Don't worry, we really didn't either.
Mhm.
Maybe we passed each other on the street a few times, but I was pretty sure that this was the first time we talked. But this is Hinoizawa. Even if I don't know a person's name, it's not unusual for them to know mine. I glanced at Creepy Girlfriend song and saw that she had a bag and a camera.
Are you photography partners? Is that why you were meeting each other?
Or nothing like partners. I am but an amateur, and Hot-san is gently initiating me into it. Right?
Gently initiating.
That what they're calling it nowadays.
His
Inflated
response.
cameras. Oh.
What?
No, I'm just like, I'm so sorry, T. Just gotta be
Sorry, T. You got this.
Mm-hmm.
You
Gosh,
definitely
you
got
really
this.
are trying to defend or depend on these adults in this game. You really shouldn't.
Oh,
You really shouldn't.
I'm not looking at chat right now, but nobody should depend on these two.
Yeah,
Or
no.
Especially
Casey.
these two. Or
Nobody should depend on really anyone in this
Sort of
game. Maybe
coach.
Rena. Sometimes.
Don't depend on Rena. That's a terrible idea.
Did you forget the first orc?
Yeah, but at the same time, like, she tends to actually have good fucking ideas or kind of be a voice
she's
of
not
reason
freaking
most of the
insane.
time. Yes,
When
when
she's not
insane.
murderous.
Yeah. Though she has yet to kill anybody, as far as I know.
Well, she beat up someone in her last school, and then what did she do at the end?
Oh,
She
Rena has 100% murdered somebody. We just don't know about it yet.
Oh, 100%. I would
Okay,
not be
Rika.
surprised.
Can't see it.
Rika is your voice of reason.
Rika's part of the main cast of this story. She has to go crazy at some point.
She's literally part of the shrine that's literally the epicenter of all of this. There is no way she's not involved in this.
She also has spent this entire arc primarily saying meep to people.
Meep.
For no explicable reason.
True. Half of her dialogue has just been very
Like all
funny.
her lines. Like she had lines, and now it's just meep.
Yeah.
Meep. Me.
It's very confusing.
No, not me. Meep.
No, she did
With a
say
P.
me sometimes. No, she calls me on me.
No, that's true. That's true. Creepy Girlfriend song is a quick learner. Oh wait, no, that's him saying it.
Sorry. Creepy Girlfriend is a quick learner. She could take pictures just fine without my guidance. I mean it.
Oh yes, taking
And
some
what
pictures.
pictures of me she takes.
Oh god.
I couldn't tell which of them was ahead in the conversation. Well, they certainly were certainly one couple you wouldn't get tired of watching.
God.
Oh, we do love to have people watch.
Oh no. Oh
No.
Of age! They're the only people of age in this game!
Let's see
There's
which one is
literally
which.
like no one of age in this game.
They're the coach!
You really want him watching?
I'm gonna guess the first one is the festival is finally coming up the day after tomorrow. I hope I can take some good pictures this year.
I plan on taking some shots of the setup tomorrow. I want to capture the festival energy shown by the preparations for it, too.
Oh shit, it's tomorrow?
Yeah, we knew the Watanagashi was coming up.
I know, but I forgot, and now I remember,
Okay,
okay?
Danielle, you're stuck here. You're not allowed to leave now.
Nope, nah, you're a mod. You can't escape. You're trapped. Oh, I just remembered. There was some village festival called Watanagashi or something that day after tomorrow? On Sunday?
No escape. Gooble gobble. Just Monica. Oops.
They hold a service with a pile of old futons in order to give thanks to Hinamizawa's guardian deity. Oh, Yashiro-sama, I think?
Oh, you're correct. You have quite extensive knowledge despite just having moved here. Yes, it is a festival to give thanks to Oyashiro-sama.
Oh, I think that was Keiichi.
Yeah, that was Keiichi. Just fireball.
Whoops.
Creepy girlfriend son smiled somehow meaningfully, but didn't tell me what part of the festival to think Oyashiro-sama needed to be laughed at.
Oh, fuck. Fine.
Yes!
Thick as ever, creepy girlfriend.
Yeah, 1 second. Okay. Hada, hada. Okay, there you go.
I love it. I love it so much.
I wonder.
But I do wonder what will happen this year.
You know what they say. If it happens twice, it'll happen a third time. And it's already happened 4 times. I think there's less evidence that it won't happen a 5th time, don't you think?
I knew what they meant by their whispered exchanged. On the day of the Watanagashi, every death always occurs, which people call Oyashiro-sama's curse, and a disappearance occurs that people will call being demoned away. These strange events had happened 4 years running, and Watanagashi, rapidly approaching the day after tomorrow, marks the 5th.
Yeah, I'm really pulling for Satoka's dad to get killed or demoned away this year.
You mean
for this
uncle?
arc?
My uncle.
Or uncle, yeah, that guy.
Her
The
dad's already dead.
It's true, T. It's true. It still is.
I,
That will never change.
Look, it's been a while since we played this game. Yeah, I'm still pulling for her uncle to get killed or demoned away this year instead
Seconded.
of one of them.
It's not going to happen, but seconded.
Oh, Yashiro-sama puts a curse on enemies of the village, eh? If it does happen this year, I wonder who will find themselves at gunpoint. What an odd way to describe it.
I would love to see Oyashiro-sama with a gun. Just like a Glock. Come here.
I feel like it's more like a sniper rifle, to be honest.
No, it has to be a Glock.
Oh yeah, David plays as very Billy D. Williams.
Oh, and I always come here to pray and donate money whenever I visit. It won't be me for sure.
Wow.
I mean, if we
Okay,
want,
it's him. It's him.
if we want, yeah, it'll be him. Just because he said that. Like, if you want him to be creepy, we can make him creepy. That's a thing that's possible to do.
Alright. Oh, is that so? They say that Oyashiro-sama has been especially harsh on outsiders recently, you know. My Barakun may have only just moved in, but he's a proper member of Hinamizawa. But you, Hatsan, are a stranger who only comes once a year. I wonder, will he let you go this year?
It's harsh.
Hot photographer's son was the only one with a pain grin. But we were all smiling, me included. Oyashiro-sama, the one who used a curse to kill people involved with the damn construction project, one after the next. He killed the damn construction manager, killed Satoko's parents for supporting it. Then next year, he even killed her aunt, though that was a blessing. If the demoning away was part of that curse, then you could add Satoshi to the list of victims. As I thought about it, I realized that in the serial freak death incidents, the overwhelming majority had the last name Hojo. Half the deaths and disappearances had come from the Hojo family. The Hojo family lived here in Himamizawa. Did that mean Oyashiro-sama punished and cursed them particularly harshly? Because despite that, they've been in favor of the damned?
Have you heard the news that Satoko's uncle has
Oh, no.
returned? What?
Oh, sorry. That was your inquiry. Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
What?
You okay?
I was being dumb.
You okay there, Flint?
I need
Do you,
more
do you need
than...
to hydrate? Go hydrate.
Go
Yeah,
drink
hydrate.
something.
Go hydrate, please.
I need to dehydrate.
Thank you, Tagashi.
All right. Proper hydrate.
Creepy girlfriend son, who had been enjoying a few words with hot photographer son, was caught unawares by my sudden inquiry.
Damn it, David.
David, no.
It's okay. I have raspberry mead
Ooh, nice.
from the Ren Fair. By that I mean the place that makes the stuff for the Ren Fair.
Ooh, very nice.
Nice.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. What was that?
Satoko's parents were killed by the curse, and her aunt too. So I was wondering if maybe if you went in order, her uncle would be next. Her aunt had a miserable death from the curse last year, and her uncle let his fear take over and fled into town, right? Oyashiro-sama doesn't allow people to try and abandon the village, does he?
I hadn't intended to be quite this persistent, but those words, they just flowed out of my mouth without me thinking about it, like everything else that comes out of my mouth.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Verbal diarrhea.
Oyashiro-sama's
Keiichi.
curse. I didn't believe in something so unrealistic, of course, but the fact was that every
Cheers.
year, unfortunate accidents and incidents happen to enemies of this village. Like creepy girlfriend son said just now, it happened 4 times. No one could say that there wouldn't be a 5th.
That's an interesting suggestion. It is true that if you look at those sacrificed in previous years, those named Hojo come up quite frequently. Given how long it's gone on for, her uncle being the one to die or disappear this year isn't out of the question.
Why are you creepily giggling?
I don't know.
She keeps creepily giggling every time she's around.
Mm-hmm. So, she's creepy.
That's why we call her creepy girlfriend.
I
We
mean,
figured it
yeah, but
out.
it's just embedded more, alright?
Not again, Takano-san. Or hot, creepy girlfriend-san. Don't laugh about it. It could really happen.
I mean, we all are all for it.
Oh. Oh, that's a nice nice sentiment. I'm sorry, but Oyashiro-sama's curse is my life's work.
Ah, she's driven insane by Oyashiro-sama's curse. Got it. Creepy girlfriend song gave off a mysterious, somehow intellectual impression. Her life's work was mysterious in its own right. She probably really liked inexplicable supernatural phenomena or something.
Creepy girlfriend, you seem like you know a lot about Oyashiro-sama. Give me your honest thoughts. Given that he's a Hojo, and that he's returned, what are the chances that the uncle will fall to the curse?
My what? You seem like you really want this uncle of hers dead.
It's not...
The sad thing is, she probably just said, "Ara, ara." You seem like you really want this uncle of hers dead. It's probably what she said too originally.
Yeah, it probably is.
I don't know who's talking.
That's a hot photographer.
I wonder. It all depends on the whims of God. Oh, there is no God here.
Oh, yeah. My Barkun, do you know the true identity of Santa Claus?
What? I mean, huh? I got a strange
Hey,
question all of a sudden.
I
I
get where
couldn't
she's
immediately
going with
answer.
this.
Hmm.
Where's she going with this, sir?
Well, Santa Claus doesn't really exist. Spoilers, I guess, for real life.
Yeah, right.
Um,
What, you
so
don't know?
I think what
Yeah.
she's getting at is that Oyashiro must be the parents or the people of the village.
What, you don't know? It's your daddy. The daddy's in everyone's family.
Yeah, all right.
The true identity is supposed to be Saint Nicholas. What the? No. You mean my mom? You mean my mom was kissing my dad the entire time? That song was a lie. How dare you say?
But if
Are you
he's our
Santa
daddy, then that means daddy is Santa Claus. So the
Ah.
song still
バウ
works.
バンシーフリントスタンバイ表
Oh no. I've been
Hi,
Ulu'd.
Tommy.
Hi, Tommy.
Yes. Good job, Bev.
See.
Good job.
Oh no. It continues. Oh no, it's a bits raid. Oh no. The bits train begins. Fuck. Well, time to refill my drink. Well, this. Holy shit. Thank you so much, Tommy. Oh fuck. Oh, yep. All right, getting more. Holy shit. I got another ada. Shit. Let me refill. This is just gonna keep going, isn't it? Hot damn. Oh man. God damn. Thank you both. Thank you very much. Holy shit. Oh my god. Okay. I'll call him your bits. My god, oh my god. I gotta time this just right too now. Damn. Hold on.
I love that
I
so
had to time it
much.
just right. Oh, here we go. Yo.
ビッツトレーン
Bits train. Oh my god. Y'all are crazy and I fucking appreciate the shit out of all of you. Ah. Oh my god.
Rev, don't rat me out like that. Whoa.
Oh god. Of course you did. You weirdos.
We
Yeah.
are just showing love.
I appreciate
Nothing more,
it.
nothing less.
It's been a good birthday month.
See, we had to. Birthday month. You must get extra love.
Ended up having Korean barbecue that week. It was fun. The bitch. The bitch. Okay. We're good. Ah. God damn it, Kayla.
extra love
Aw, thank you. I haven't heard that one in a while. That caught me off guard.
Excellent.
Was very PogChamp of you, Kayla.
Well, thank you. Well, thank you.
I was saying, well, I guess you're my little pog champ. What is that? Ah, thank you for the coffee. Thank you very much. Coffee is the great. It does not give money to the Jeff Bezos. I appreciate that very, very much. Thank you. Ah, damn, y'all. Okay, let's.
I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing really happened. I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, nothing. No, obviously we were just playing this nice game. Yes, thank you. Okay,
For
Yeah,
now.
Yes,
you
For
know,
yes,
just
now,
creepy
Rev.
games. We got
this nice game where this creepy girl is talking about how it's your daddy.
yeah, Santa's your daddy.
Oh yeah.
I
Which
mean,
is
is
even
it
weirder
any better than those two conversations
because this is
earlier?
Japan and like Christmas isn't really a thing that much.
It's true.
There you go. Okay. For now, it's ominous. It was very much a good moment for distraction there. Just telling dad jokes. God damn it.
Love it. Love it.
I think this is KG.
What? That's what you meant? Well, of course. Everything ultimately comes down to humans in the end. After all, humans are the only ones living in the world. But are they?
Dun dun dun.
Is it secretly the Higurashi? Are they the ones who did it?
Higurashi is Santa. They're all Santa.
After all strange things should be explainable in terms of human actions. Can you explain why you immediately hated and distrusted Oishi-san?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. We get that weird glitch in the stream where the game asked about Santa and then nothing happened for a few minutes.
It got broken for a few minutes. We were in technical difficulties, but we got back running.
Keiichi has no like permanence for animals and plants in this world.
No, they're not living things. Actually, you know.
Not at all.
Absolutely not. No.
Apparently not.
I felt like I put that somewhat strangely.
That's an understatement.
No shit. But creepy girlfriend son was not dissatisfied with that reply because she's just as creepy, as I might have guessed.
Oh, it's impressive that you caught on to that at such a young age. You're right. Strange things that happen in the world of man are all caused by man for his own benefit. My Barakun, I'll ask you again then. This time not Santa Claus, but Oyashiro-sama. Do you know anything about who Oyashiro-sama is?
Creepy girlfriend son took a step forward towards me and gazed into my eyes as she asked, Santa Claus was really the parents of every family's children. If lionizing?
Yeah, lionizing.
Yeah.
That legend was a corporate tactic to try and profit during Christmas sales, then what's lionizing?
Yeah, I assume it's like
making something sound like bigger and grander and more impressive.
Yeah,
like you know, a lion.
Yeah, it's kind of like treating someone like a
Uh-huh.
celebrity, like giving them a lot of like attention.
Thank you. I've never heard that word before, so thank you.
It's been a while since I've heard it, so it took me a second.
What was Oyashiro-sama? Really?
As it starts to make sense, I'll know it's time for bed. Right?
Yes, T. Yes.
Yeah.
Or you've just gone as insane as, the story.
Yeah.
Either one.
Especially since this is the third of the question arcs. So we've been through 2 entire like loops so far.
They still don't make any sense.
That's true.
There's some things that make sense.
Yeah, that's why we have the tips.
I was just reading, that.
Oh, didn't you already say? There are only humans in this world. Everything can be explained by human actions, right?
Stop with the creepy giggling, please.
No, it's why she's creepy girlfriend.
I know.
My bar.
Wait, meow?
Hey, Dark Lord, how you doing? Good to see ya.
My bar. Keep this to yourself, okay? This string of freak death incidents attributed to Oyashiro-sama's curse. Creepy girlfriend's view is that they may be premeditated homicides performed by the people of Hinamizawa and based on some kind of ceremony. See, now that kind of makes sense based on what we saw last arc.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Vaguely.
But there's still questions.
Mm-hmm. No, don't misunderstand me. My life's work is to research teachings, thoughts, and cultures from the viewpoint of folklorism. I don't really care at all about who the culprit really is. Just keep that in mind, please.
I could tell at least that she was saying some crazy stuff. I'm, only 15 they're telling this to. If I were to liken her statements to a meal, it would be sort of like she just tried to stuff a whole plate of duck in my mouth and now I couldn't say. What?
Keiichi, you're weird. Speaking of saying crazy stuff.
Why duck specifically?
I was, not confused, and now I am again.
Yeah, right? Starts to make sense if you imagine Keiichi has been stuck in these loops for generations, like hundreds of thousands of loops, unstuck in time, never being able to trust anything or anyone, even his own senses. Only learning about anything outside the loops, like skills or pop culture, from minimal interactions with others. Damn. Keiichi with the duck reference, right?
Totally buy that Keiichi has been in more loops than we've necessarily seen. I don't know if it's been like generations.
Yeah. To understand that in the first place, you have to go all the way back.
Wait.
What?
There's a duck reference? The duck references something?
What? Well, I mean, he ate a plate of duck.
Is it spoilers for other things?
Yes,
I'm trying to
spoiler.
remember.
No spoilers.
There's no spoilers on this one, at least for them.
No.
I'm trying to remember, but. At least go. To understand that in the first place, you have to go all the way back to ancient times when Hinamizawa was called Onigafuchi, or the Demon's Abyss. No, not spoilers. I just understand what he means. Is it like?
Explain.
Is it because like duck is harder to eat, by the way, and then you have like
what?
You can't. I don't know.
Duck's not harder to eat.
I have no idea. I'm curious. The Transcendents who lived there believed themselves to carry the blood of demons, and so were only half human.
Creepy girlfriend son, having entered her home field, leaned forward and began to speak of ridiculous matters. Hot photography son realized she was really overawing me and interrupted for me.
Creepy son. You can't just chatter on about that stuff to my Barakun. Look, he's really confused. And he's not the only one.
Ada, are you? If you want to hear more, ask me anytime. I have heaps of the grotesque stories that boys your age seem to love hearing.
Thank you? If I feel like it, I will.
For now, I softly and safely gave my refusal. Creepy girlfriend son seemed to be a little unhappy that hot photographer son had rained on her parade, but she stopped talking about it then, a bit sadly. Even so, it was still a very interesting story. The Oyashiro-sama's curse, which we thought of as strange freak deaths, were really homicides perpetrated by people of the village.
I mean, if you thought about it logically, it would have to be. People wouldn't be dying because of a curse. Someone's obviously killing people and making it look like one.
Indeed. As for who that is, it might be safer not to try and find out. Keiichi?
You seem like you know, creepy son. You may not have proof, but you seem like you believe it.
Ada, why do you think that?
You're gonna
I just kind of vaguely felt it.
It's gotta be what she's saying. That's
it
almost
has to be
almost
100.
I don't want to hear any. It's gotta be this from you.
I'm pretty
What?
positive she's the type that uses that. Also, that's basically what they translate it to usually.
Oh, you're talking about the ara aras.
Yes. What are you talking about?
I thought you were talking about what she's talking about with like the mystery and shit.
Oh no.
It didn't seem like her extreme passion for this research could be explained by just these things being taboo or being safe and easy. This person lived walking through the profound, forbidden abyss of risks and taboos. All the S's.
Let's leave it at that, my Barakun. I just helped you escape, and now you're trying to talk about Oyashiro-sama again. I wanted to take a nice walk while it was still cool.
Hot photographer's son seemed a little disappointed not to be able to go on the date he planned since I had brought up a weird topic. Understandable, this weird kid comes up, brings you to where you're supposed to go for your date, and now interrupts because he doesn't want to go to school.
Basically.
Huh. So Holduck is served on a plate, kind of like a turkey, but sliced through the bones. And it's tender and sweet dish, but it's also a little weird, creepy maybe. And a boy like him might feel like trying to eat all of it at once, but it would end up choking on a combination of bones, umami, and sweet sauce. Okay.
I'll be honest, that sounds delicious.
Umami.
But right now, there was something I wanted to ask, just for a bit. Can I have that duck plate? And that was about whether Satoko's uncle will be chosen for the curse this year. If he was, then another miracle would happen, just like last year. A terrible incident would happen again, but it released Satoko from unfortunate circumstances once more.
Well, I do have a few suspicions as to the kind of people who would probably become involved, of course. It's a natural, inevitable conclusion for anyone who's researched the history of Onigafuchi village.
Who do you mean?
What would I do if I knew? I asked that question to the other me, deep inside. The other you? Okay. But got no
What?
reply.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, do we all
The
have
one that
other
he
me's deep inside me now?
The one he monologues too, you know. I also wanted to. How enthusiastic. What would you do if you knew?
Nothing really.
If you found out, you might get into danger yourself, you know. Maybe the 5th year's curse would be you.
I want you to know that somehow I've read Nothing Really, but in Japanese. Even though it's not in Japanese whatsoever. A creepy girlfriend song, toying with the taboo, gave a devilish, satisfied smile. As though nothing in the world would be more amusing.
Like Nanda Monai or something like that?
Betsuni.
Betsuni.
She was probably trying to tease me, but I didn't feel like going along with her little game one bit.
You like to talk pretty big, but you don't really know yourself, do you, creepy son?
I had a tinge of irritation at creepy girlfriend son's roundabout way of speaking, but those emotions escaped my mouth, like water flowing through a strainer. Even I was surprised at how directly I had spoken about what I felt.
That looks so good.
Give me it now.
Ooh.
Like I usually say when I watch food porn and stuff like that, I want it inside me.
Oh, no.
Ooh, delicious.
Of course, I wasn't the only one taken aback about Brumflint's words.
Ada. You're something. You may be just a boy, but you can still provoke people. How unexpectedly rugged. I don't dislike people like that, you know.
my Barakun.
Photographer, or no, creepy girlfriend's son's tongue poked out her mouth, and I was convinced that it was long, thin, and split in the middle like a snake's.
All right. I'll tell you then.
Oh?
But you have to promise me 3 things first. 1, not to regret it no matter what I tell you. 2, not to tell it to anyone. 3, not to tell anyone I told you.
I gulped firmly and nodded, being the idiot I was. Hot photographer's son made an exaggerated expression of distress, gave a dry, vague smile, and lit a cigarette, watching us all with ease.
What? Please tell me. Who's putting this curse on people? Who is it? Who's deciding who gets cursed?
And after I said that, I finally realized why I wanted to know. After this ad break.
Womp, womp,
You fucking bitch.
womp.
Many of my classmates were playing freely in the
You
theater.
bitch.
It's you, KG. It's been you all along. Oh my god.
You're really just gonna fucking just skip right
Yeah,
over that.
apparently.
So rude.
Oh.
A few of them had just run out of the school building after
Especially
putting on their
because
school
she
shoes.
probably fucking knows too.
Probably.
She's
Tapping their toes
probably
on
the
the ground.
person who she probably knows. That's
Maybe
probably
Rika?
why she keeps getting
Probably
murdered.
Rika?
I mean, we know Mion is at least part of it.
Well, no, she's the one who's doing it, not the one who's causing it.
Yeah, but she's at least like associated with the whole thing.
KG just got a nosebleed and passed out. Yeah. Oh, you don't get to hear what Takano says until the answer arcs. Aha.
Yeah, that does make sense, but that's still very rude.
So fucking rude that they just put that in like that.
It looked
I'm
like they had
so
just finished
tilted.
eating lunch. From a time manipulating standpoint, I guess I succeeded. What?
Yes, you've
Yeah,
manipulated
manipulated
times
time.
that we didn't see it.
Oh, my bar-san, are you okay?
A few girls noticed me and came running over. It was really natural they were worried. You think that if someone wasn't there in the morning, they'd be out the rest of the day.
Oh, I'm just late for school. Don't worry about it. Anyway, what about Satoko? Did she come today?
The girls exchanged glances. I saw a thin shadow fall over their faces and knew the answer without needing to hear them reply. Satoko was absent today, too. When all was said and done, after being out 3 days, she'd only come back for 1.
Like, that should be an excuse to get her away from her uncle. She's not going to
remember,
school.
this is in the earlier ages, too, and in Japan, where it's family matters are family matters, and no one can interfere with family matters. And now she was out again. Who knew she would come tomorrow?
Yeah, but the teacher said that she got a phone call from Satoko-chan. She said she had a cold. Chie-sensei said everyone should make sure to rinse their mouths out really well.
What the fuck? Is that a thing you do for when you're around somebody with colds?
I don't
What?
know. It's the 80s.
Guess so.
It's the 80s.
That's fair.
Wait a minute. Chie-sensei?
Yeah, the teacher.
No.
No,
Wait,
that's what it says.
that's what it says.
Oh. Oh, gotcha. Brain.
Here, let me redo that. Wait a minute, Chie-sensei. That's a little too thick-headed, don't you think? You're a teacher, aren't you? I'm sorry. I put a question mark when there wasn't. I'm sorry. Why can't you be more sensitive and catch on to the fact that your pupil's sending out an SOS? But even if she did, there was nothing we could hope for. The most she could do was a home visitation. She didn't have any right to take Satoka from her uncle into safety. No matter the result, it would just end up being a public agency with a wait-and-see attitude.
Doc, hey! Thank you so much for this app.
Me
How
off,
are you
me
doing?
off, me off.
That's fucking adorable. How are you doing? Thank you very, very much. Good to see you. Oh damn. Wait, did I ever get to serenade you? I can't remember. I need to properly do that if I haven't. I'm doing okay. We're just figuring out what the fuck is going on here. Did I not? Did I not give you the serenade? The sub-serenade?
Wow, you didn't give someone their serenation?
I don't.
Can't believe you.
Fuck. I might have been in roleplay at the time or something. Hold on.
Be prepared. You're about to be
You never
serenaded
knew.
by the world-class Flintlock.
No, don't fucking put that pressure shit on me. No. Wait, hold on. Let me. I need to bring out Lucky because River's out of tune at the moment and my tuner is broken.
Dollar bills, y'all.
Serenade time, yay.
Thank you so much, Virgil. Yeah. Okay. So I like to do this to everybody who subs to me for the first time and joins the lockbox, which is what I call people who sub and join me because that is where I put everything that is precious to me. So allow me to sing you the song of my people. Oh, here we go. Hey, Doc Pinecone, the truth is I don't need validation, but it's a nice thing to have on occasion. So thank you for that special ovation in the form of monetary donation. It's what I call a sub in this melodic narration. Hope you enjoy my set of cutesy illustrations, emotes, so please take my lyrical elation. Thank you, friend, you're fucking awesome, and I hope you find $20 on the ground. That's it. Consider yourself part of
Dollar bills, y'all.
Flint music.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you. Thanks, Kayla.
I missed your music. I had to.
I know. I'm gonna. Oh, speaking of which, yeah, the community put enough channel points together, and I'm going to be setting up a Ebb and Flow concert stream. So it's nothing but the music that I've made for my bard characters, in concert format on some stage world or something like that, and I'll play through, and I will make some new stuff too, specifically for this, to have it debuted there, and we'll be able to play it elsewhere afterwards, but it will be debuted during the stream. So I need to look into it.
Yay!
No, yeah, the poggers, the poggers, then the ones with the Banshee avatar, perishables, got those made for me for my birthday, and I fucking love them.
Aww.
They're beautiful. They're the most PogChamp thing I've ever seen.
You're my little pog champ. Ah! The KG song and a creepy
Concert.
girlfriend song, please.
You have to do a KEG song and a creepy girlfriend song, please.
The only thing is I can't.
So it would just be a song about being an idiot and not understanding anything.
I'd have to like figure out what to do for that. I don't know because like I'm not very good at like writing music. I mean, most of them are covers of stuff. Like they're anime. I wonder if they're anime songs or like. I wonder if there are songs that people made that I could cover that are about Higurashi. I could sing a Higurashi song, most probably. I could sing like the Higurashi theme. Like honey, honey,
That works.
Or the what do they call it? The Dear You song or like it's very pretty. Ah! Thank you so much, Daniel. Holy shit! Thank you so much for giving this up to Commander Roger. Hey. That's very kind of you all. Thank you very much.
Love.
I feel so fucking hyped. Holy shit. Hot damn. Y'all are the coolest. Yes, the anime opening theme. I fucking. How you doing? You've been discovered. Good to see you. How are you doing? Ah! McKenna the Weeb, hello! Welcome! Good to see you. Thank you so much for gifting this up to Fred. Hype, fucking hype.
Hype train!
Yeah.
Hype,
Fred was
hype.
nice enough to raid me. A few people raided me last night during the RP stream, and I couldn't really like connect with chat because I was very, very much in the moment in that particular scene. Because it was a lot. Holy shit, it was good shit. But I did not have any, I had to keep my eyes on the prize. Thank you very, very much, Daniel. That's very kind of you. Oh man. Y'all are the bestest. Oh. And if you need instrumental tracks. Oh. Yes! I mean, I think I can probably find them. I'll probably look for something that's, I'll see if I can find, acoustics somewhere, because that's what I tend to use because Ebb and Flow play lute. But if I can't find that, I'll probably use, like, illusion magic, quote-unquote, for that. But otherwise, I will definitely look into that. I don't know if I can see about making, I can see about doing, like, parody lyrics or something like that about Keiichi, maybe. I'll see. Use triple leads for anything. Oh, awesome. Thank you very much, T. Appreciate that.
Wait. We have a weeb in the
Yes,
chat,
we
guys.
do have a weeb.
We have a weeb.
Welcome! You have come to the right
Welcome.
place, fellow weeb. Oh, wait.
Yes.
Yeah, hold on. That's properly... We have the weeb, so...
Did somebody say anime?
Oh. Oh, come on! Where's my... Why is my thing not playing? Damn it. Did I lose the...
Yes. There are several weebs in the chat. However,
Yes.
this one is like a known weeb.
It's one that... Well, I know that Virgil is a known weeb, but only from Twitch Sings. But where is my... did that not go through? Is my thing off? Let me check it.
How is there not a weeb emote on
Weird.
Twitch?
There has to be. What?
There should be.
I said no
It is.
such thing in paper. What are you talking about? I said there are just several in the chat that may include you as well.
Yep, suddenly choo-choo happened. Hello, Paper
It would just piss off Satoko's uncle off, and her suffering would then only grow deeper. Then wasn't saying she had a cold the best option?
Yes, good. All the weebs, come to me, my people!
Yes,
I am one of
collection.
you. I do so much weeb music as Ebb and Flow. Speaking... Begone, bot!
Give me a sec, I got it.
Thank you.
Never mind, I don't got it.
Thank you all. But I would give 500 bits.
I want hype emote.
Thank you, Commander Roger. Y'all are the fucking best. Thank you very, very much. Yes,
Oh,
runner
a
on the
ceiling
ceiling.
runner.
Yay!
Yes.
Are you better be Naruto running across the ceiling. That's how this
Yes.
works. Hot damn. My peeps. Yeah. I'm definitely going to be doing more weeb music, most probably for the concert stream. I just finished making Moonlight Densetsu, which I have not debuted yet, so that might be one of them. I was just doing something from Full Metal Panic Fumalfu. I'm working on something from Record of Lotus Wars for the future. Mommy!
Yeah, Tommy.
Thank you so much for giving this up to Virgil.
And if you make a parody, Togashi, I need to hear it, because that would be absolutely amazing.
Oh, Living on a Prayer? Oh.
Living on a prayer, or Don't You Want Me, but any parody of of Creepy Girlfriend and Hot Photographer Son, I don't care what parody of it
shit.
is,
Paper
would be
boy, all
amazing.
about that paper boy.
Over that paper boy. Thank you so much for the 300 bits. And Roger, thank you so much for the
Level 3.
400 bits. Hype. Holy shit. That choo-choo. Hot damn. Made it to level 2. Yeah. Fuck yeah. I appreciate the shit out of all of you. Thank you so much. Hot damn. Y'all are the best. I appreciate the shit out of all of you. Thank you very, very much. Kayla!
Well,
We don't know what you're talking about.
Thank you for the 500 bits.
I'm just reading what you know our story.
Bitch. My God. I fucking I can't fucking handle you all. You're all wonderful. Okay, let's call me bits. Let's do some. Paperboy, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome. Glad to have you. And I'm not sad. That should not be a sad face. Why is my someday
It's because you're crying
I'm
from
crying
happiness.
I know, I'm happy crying here. That's how it works. Started crying when I saw Steven Universe. I know! It's such a good I do Steven Universe music. I know that's something I want to do. I want to do more Steven Universe music for Ebb and Flow too.
Ooh. See, yeah, Togashi
tell us
got
what
it.
to
I
do.
didn't do a single thing.
That's
There's no
true.
Kayla in chat.
Yeah. We'll go with that.
I'm also not Kayla. I'm David.
Of course. And I am Kayla.
Yeah.
Kayla's not doing
Thanks,
anything.
David. Kayla's not in chat, but she's in our hearts. Yes.
Did Kayla die? Oh gosh.
No Ninja Lords either. They've been known to be sneaky. It's true.
Understandable. Mm-hmm.
Learn how to play Peace and Love on the Planet Earth and ukulele. Nice! Fuck yeah! My people.
Good job.
I do have a ukulele that is painted to look like Steven's. Unfortunately, it was not created the best, so it does not hold a tune for shit. But I love it anyway. I just unfortunately can't play it too well. I might need to just like completely restring it. But it looks very beautiful. I also just need to retune all my stuff. I need to get my tuner to work again. Kill with a way of hot photos on. Yes, certainly. Okay, Pistoko's uncle off. Did we actually read through this? I can't remember anymore because y'all
We did. We did.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
good.
Probably about 10 minutes ago by this point, but it has been read.
She's right. Be careful not to catch a cold, got it? You can go now. There's still plenty of time left in lunch break.
Oops.
There goes excitedly something scattered into the schoolyard.
Oh, it's Brenna.
Okay, Chika-kun. As my voice cracked dramatically.
Don't forget to hydrate.
Brenna was yelling out in the classroom window, waving her hand. A moment later, Mion and Rika-chan poked their heads out too. What? There's other characters in this arc?
Yeah, holy shit.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, there might be ukulele
What?
stream again sometime. Because
Ooh.
the band's rehearsing again.
Yes.
So we have our next rehearsal on Monday. So I won't be around for D&D unfortunately, but David was nice enough to set up another campaign that I can do on alt weekends or alt Mondays. My God, brain.
You know, Monday, weekends,
But yeah,
same thing.
The mains are getting back together, y'all. Woo! Hype! Band practice streams? I don't know, maybe. Once we feel like we're confident enough to do it.
Oh, that would be epic.
It's been over a year and a half.
And it doesn't matter. It still would be epic.
We're on a mission from God. Yeah.
Wait, I didn't read anything.
Yep.
We were very worried that even you would be absent today. Well, thank goodness. You don't seem very sick. You seem pretty okay.
Hell yeah. Thank you all so much for that hype train. That was awesome. Very much appreciate it.
Got a cat. Yes.
Choo choo. What'd I get? Doggo. Got a doggo. Yay.
Yes.
That's a better.
That's a heckin' woofer.
Fuck yes. Oh, rip.
Oh no! Oh no!
If I feel a little uncomfortable with her saying that I didn't look sick, but I didn't care that much.
What happened? Overslept? Yeah.
Well, late is late. If I said I was late because of a train accident, she'd let it slide.
You overslept?
Mima's being a bit persistent.
Hey Ty, thanks for the lurk. Good to see you.
Was she going to put on her club president cap and scold me for being late? Well, maybe she didn't have it in for me, so I briefly stated that she was right. There's still more bento. Everyone eat up! Without Keiichi-kun here, we couldn't have any fun!
Satoko is still absent, huh?
Damn, that's a lot of hype, Tommy.
Oh my, all the hype.
Hot damn.
Even Rena, faking her cheerfulness, couldn't stand to hear that, and her face darkened. She called this morning. Apparently she said her cold came back and she was staying home again. She said it might go on for a while, too. She must be sad. So we're all talking about going to visit.
What are you saying, Rika?
Not pleased with Rika-chan wearing a wide smile as though it was her happy occasion, I threw cold water on her.
Oh damn.
Is this a literal statement or a figurative one?
Oh,
I don't know.
figuratively. Okay, hopefully figuratively. If it's not, there's gonna be some punches going down here.
Keiichi's never
There shall be
on time
words.
early.
We know best of all she doesn't have a cold, don't we? Don't ever tell a fib like that again, even as a joke. We'll get mad next time.
Rika-chan furrowed her brow, looked down, and mumbled an apology.
Eat shit, Keiichi, you little monster.
Like, seriously!
Goddamn.
That is so rude. They're like 10 years old. Give them a break.
Yeah.
It's not just you, Keiichi-kun. It's hard. For everyone.
No, I'm not the only one worrying, but none of us can do anything either, can we?
Oh, goshy. What do you want?
I definitely don't want. No, I definitely don't want to think about that in this world. Especially not with Satoko.
No. She's 10, Togashi. 10.
Yeah,
No.
the only acceptable targets for jokes like that are creepy girlfriend and hot photographer because they're actually of age. Everyone else is like 15 at the oldest.
And Coach.
Fuck Coach. He deserves nothing but the worst that the world can give him.
True. Is this Renner or Rita?
I think. Oh yeah, that's Rena.
That's true, but I got the feeling I would cause another fight if this exchange went on, because I'm being an utter jackass.
Uh-huh.
So I apologize first, as I should, but I didn't really mean it.
Because he's jerk.
Sorry. I'm sorry, so forget about what I just said.
Oh. Acting a bit irrational after his talk with Takano.
Oh, you right. Is creepy girlfriend son Oyashiro-sama?
Unclear.
Just thought, you know? It was at least clear, however, that I was the only one who had worried so much about rescuing her. At the very least, everyone else probably got the normal amount of sleep last night. Probably had good dreams, too. They definitely had it. Stayed up all night, thinking so desperately.
I know it might not be what you want to hear right after you get to school, but you were late today, Kei-chan. Did it have anything to do with Satoko being absent?
Huh? Leon, what are you talking about?
Sometimes you act kind of foolhardy, Kei-chan. When both you and her were absent this morning, we seriously thought you might have kidnapped her and hidden her somewhere.
Easy for you to say. I was already gonna do it. But I couldn't, so if I could have, I would have done it last night. None of them have really thought about how difficult that clear as day solution was. I was thinking up all night, thinking until the night was brightening. And then I concluded that I couldn't do anything of the sort.
Don't be dumb. I couldn't hide someone.
You're right. I'm sorry. I apologize if I upset you. Upset you.
Don't worry about it. Anyway, let's eat some food. I'm starving.
I took my bento box out of my bag. Everyone moved to make a spot for me to sit.
My Barakun, did you just get here?
No, I've been here the whole time. And just as I was about to stick my chopsticks in, Jia-sensei came along.
Yeah. Sorry for being late. I overslept.
What the heck? Even that teacher was giving me that strange look. Like I'm some sort of idiot.
When you're finished eating, could you and the president come into the teacher's lounge? There's something I want to talk about.
Probably about Satoko, I thought. Sensei left it at that and went back out into the hallway.
Eating lunch can wait. Let's go, Leon.
You're right.
Me and I exchanged looks, nodded to each other, and got up. It's probably about Satoko-chan. No doubt about it. They were saying she had a cold, but everyone in class knew the truth. I didn't think they would have reached the teacher's ears by now. I keep playing dumb, so I think she gave up asking me. Revealing the truth to a teacher would only worsen the situation. Was that why she hadn't said anything? Or was it because she was Satoko's friend and knew that she was trying to endure the trial of her uncle's abuse in order to get her brother to come home?
What should we do? Maybe we should use this chance to get a collective opinion.
What do you want to do, Rika?
Meep. Satoko's closest and best friend was Rika-chan, and here she is, just meeping along. However much I pretended to be her Nini, it didn't come close to the amount of time they spent together. So I felt like her opinion should be held in the highest regard.
I know why Satoko is enduring her uncle's torture.
Everyone looked startled and turned to me.
Oh.
Back to the...
Oh, this
Sorry?
might be...
Is this Rika?
Yeah, is this Rika or... Oh.
No,
okay,
no,
so
it's
it is
him. It's
Keiichi.
him.
Back
That's
then,
Rika?
whenever...
Nah.
Are you
I think
sure?
it's Rika. I think it's Rika with the silent thing, but maybe.
Because that's way too many words for Rika.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. It's not a meep. Whenever Satoko
But,
was...
like, before this, he did ask what Rika was thinking.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, that is
Keiichi.
Keiichi. So yeah. Wait, are you sure? Because it looks like...
One bad thing about this. We don't know who's talking, ever. We are always
it's
guessing,
not
guys.
clear.
No, I'm pretty sure that's Keiichi because then Rika showed up on the ... dots and then Rena showed up on the who did you hear that from?
Yeah.
That's usually what happens.
Yeah, and it says she probably cries, but Rika would know if she did.
Yeah. Okay,
So yeah,
that's
it's
Keiichi.
Keiichi.
Back then, whenever Satoko was abused, she probably cried and hid behind her brother. But Satoko thinks that in the end, that's why her brother ran away.
Silent ... dots in Rika format.
Mm-hmm.
Who did you hear that from?
Yeah, back then Keiichi wasn't in Hanamizawa, but also Keiichi heard about back then from other people, which is why he's telling them about it.
Yeah, no, because who did you hear that from? That wouldn't make no sense for Rika.
Mm-hmm.
The coach, yeah, no.
Yeah. The coach, I bet.
I nodded quietly.
Mm-hmm.
Satoko believes her brother will come back if she can withstand the abuse. Maybe that's why she's trying to push through. But that assumption has nothing to do with Satoshi coming back.
Did your mic
Hurts
die?
to say that
Oh, there
about
we go.
Satoko, but it's the truth.
Everyone hung their heads. Everyone was thinking the same thing.
Satoko probably won't be happy no matter who helps her. She wants to withstand everything with her own strength. But is it really right to respect that? I don't think it is. Even if Satoko hates us for a while, I think there will come a time when we need to save her against her will. And I think that time might be now.
I told him all about what I saw and how I felt when I went to Satoko's house yesterday. Keiichi-kun, so you think we should tell someone?
Of course, only after we're sure that reporting it to a public agency will guarantee her safety. Without being sure that it could just get more dangerous for her instead.
It's a difficult problem. You think we can get a definite promise out of the teacher?
I had no confidence, but we had to try. Meanwhile, Rika-chan had her hand raised for a while, as if asking for someone an opportunity to speak. I will leave it to Keiichi.
What? Is that okay, Rika-chan?
Keiichi is thinking about Satoko more than anybody else here. If Keiichi thinks that we need to tell someone, then I have no complaints.
Thanks. Mion, Rena, are you okay with that?
Mion seemed to hesitate, not knowing if she should agree. But when she saw Rena's firm nod, she made up her mind and did the same.
Okay. Let's go, Mion.
Right.
Only Chie-sensei was in the teacher's lounge. We didn't see the principal anywhere. The schedule on the blackboard under the principal name said training, going straight home.
Ooh, the principal's office, ooh.
Ooh, they got called into the principal's office. Our principal's sense of justice was too strong. Satoko's problem wouldn't be solved with something so vague. Maybe it was a stroke of good luck that he wasn't here. When the teacher saw Mion and I come in, she closed up her curry bento. Oh, she closed up her curry bento,
Holy
saving the rest
shit.
for later. Guys, she put the curry down.
Yeah, holy shit.
Yeah, she's
Sit over
taking
there,
this
please.
seriously.
She told us to take a seat in the chairs directly in front of the principal's seat. I hadn't sat in this chair since doing the paperwork for transferring in. The two of us sat there uncomfortably, before the teacher walked over carrying a notebook and a ballpoint pen and sat in front of us.
My Barkun, you were absent this morning. Did something happen?
I'm sorry, I overslept.
Really?
I have no reason to lie.
She narrowed her eyes at me in suspicion. Now sure, she wanted to talk about Satoko.
In any case, I think you two already know, but your friend Hojo-san has been away frequently lately.
Neither Miyano nor I had anything to say in response, but the teacher proceeded, not minding.
Would you happen to know anything? There are some people in class spreading bad rumors.
Mion looked down and remained silent, as though she was being lectured. She sent me a quick glance. Everyone had made up their minds. They'd be leaving things to me.
Mion-kun? Or you, my Bar-kun? I won't get mad or anything, okay? If you know something, I just want you to tell me.
Let's say, can we ask you a question first?
She must not have anticipated that response. She looked surprised.
I don't know what rumors are going around and about in Satoko in class, but if those rumors happen to be true... Oh, sorry, this is Keiichi. Fuck.
But if those rumors happen to be true, what would you do, Sensei?
Well, what would I do? If it's true that she's being abused by her uncle, then I can't leave it alone.
Can't leave what alone exactly? What would you do?
Sensei's eyebrows shot up. Maybe I said it like I was trying to pick a fight.
My Bar-kun, I'm being serious here.
So am I. I'm also being completely serious right now. Please answer me. If it was true, what wouldn't you leave alone?
Sensei took a few breaths, then began to speak slowly.
First, I'd have to visit Hojo-san's house to confirm the situation.
Your uncle might get mad and drive you away, though. Well, okay. Let's say you did meet with Satoko and her uncle. Then what?
Then I'd ask whether it was true. Once I got the facts, I'd go from there.
Please stop talking so vaguely. What exactly would you do?
Even despite my tone being so provocative, Chie-sensei bit back her emotions and listened calmly. Other than that, she was a good teacher. Chie-sensei really did have her students' best interest at heart. But she didn't have the power or the authority to save Satoko. If she let her sense of justice run away with her, the situation could get more complex. Sensei folded her arms, and for a few moments, she closed her eyes as though she was mentally concentrating. When they opened again, there was a strictness in her eyes I've never seen before.
There's a law called the Child Welfare Law. It clearly states that abuse against children will not be allowed no matter who it is.
So it would seem. What? What an odd response to that.
I contacted the prefecture's Child Consultation Center. You said just now that I would be turned away, didn't you? Child welfare officers can bring the police with them if the situation demands. They will not submit to intimidation.
How many days would it take after you contact the social worker and submit the paperwork for her to be saved?
It'd be the same day. Their job is to guarantee the immediate safety of children.
I know that. That's if they decide there's an urgent need. If they didn't, then they'd do the same as you. They'd go from there. They'd just wait and see, right? They'd just watch. It would make Satoko's uncle's mood sour, and Satoko would be stuck with him there.
Kei-chan, that's going a little far.
I'm not lying, am I? Last year, the year before, Whatever. That's exactly what happened when the child welfare people came, isn't it? What happened then? You and Sensei would know a lot about it a lot better than I would.
Oops.
I was talking. Oh.
Oh,
I had
got
said too much. I didn't need Mion to tell me that. I was talking crazy and itching for a fight. I was supposed to be telling her about the situation only after I was sure we would save Stoko. But I basically told her everything right from the start. Chie Sensei looked at the clock, stood up, and picked up the phone at the principal's seat.
Hello? Put me through to extension 3455, please. Is this okay, Kei-chan? Is this really okay?
It was too late. The dice had been cast. Now we could only pray.
Oh, thank you for answering my call. I'm Chie, a licensed teacher at the Hinamizawa Branch School. Would Director Watanabe happen to be in the guidance office? Yes, that's right. Something urgent came up, so I'd like to contact the principal as soon as I can. Yes. Thank you. Please tell him immediately. Yes, thank you.
The teacher put down the phone and tilted her head back and took a breath, like I always did.
I'll ask the two of you again. Are the rumors going around class really true?
Yes. Yesterday I went to Satoko's house, and I saw for myself just how bad it really is.
You can leave the rest to me. I'll definitely do something for Sotoko-chan.
Something? Please, stop saying such ambiguous things. Not something. We have to save her. They end up deciding to wait and see again. How do you plan on taking responsibility?
While I was yelling, the phone rang. Chie Sensei snatched the receiver up first.
Hello. Oh, I apologize for interrupting your training. Yes. Actually, it's about the issue with Satoko Hojo-san. Yes.
Sensei waved us away, telling us we could leave now. I may have wanted to leave, but I held my ground. I had a responsibility to make sure she stopped saying such vague and ambiguous things. If it didn't look like she was going to say anything substantial, then I'm telling the truth, even if I have to steal the phone from her.
Yes. No, I haven't contacted them yet. Yes. I haven't confirmed it, but it seems pretty bad from what the children are saying.
Well, just pretty bad. Do something about it. Right now, if you're going to report it, I don't care who you tell. But I swear, if they end up just waiting and watching, I'll never forgive you.
I yelled angrily at Sensei and the principal on the other end. I wanted to somehow, some way, convey to them how dangerous her situation was right now.
I understand that. I will tell them as much. Mion-kun, please take Maebara-kun back to the classroom. Yes, ma'am. Let's go, Kei-chan. We should leave this to the teachers now.
You better. Promise.
Till that very last moment, I glared at Sensei. Chia Sensei was being pressured by the likes of me, an idiot. I mean, idiot. This isn't the time to be pressured. Now's the time when you give me a firm nod that I'll set my mind at ease.
Hey,
But it will
friend, thanks
never
so much for the
come.
raid. How you doing? Welcome, Raidas. Bit of a trigger warning. Violence, disturbing imagery, talk of child abuse. This is an arc very much about that last bit. So, if you need to step away, please do so. Glad it's going well. Whew. Thank you, Kayla.
Got you. Even so, we already left things in her hand. At this point, we really can't do anything but pray. Bang! Mion shut the door in the teacher's lounge.
And the end.
Oh.
And see.
Hot
End
damn.
of chapter 7?
Yeah, we already had the halfway mark.
Oh,
Hot
damn.
damn.
Oh, new tips.
Tips.
Statistics from the Ministry of Health and Welfare.
You've unlocked
So,
influence.
80% of that chapter was
Nietzsche.
just monologuing.
I
Love
bet,
it.
yeah. It sounds about right for Keiichi.
True.
Yeah, Jesus.
Article 2. The definition of child abuse. The term child abuse means the following acts committed by a custodian, meaning a person who exercises parental authority, guardian of a minor, or other person who is currently engaged in the custody of a child. Hereinafter, the same shall apply. Against a child, meaning a person who is under 18 years of age. Hereinafter, the same shall apply. Assault the child in a manner that will cause or are likely to cause external injury on the body of a child. Engage in indecency against the child or cause the child to engage in indecency. Substantially reduce the amount of food for the child, or abandon and neglect the child for a long time period in a manner that may interfere with the normal development of a child mentally or physically, or otherwise materially fail to perform the duty of custodian, or speak or behave in a manner that would be significantly traumatic to the child. Article 3. Prohibition of child abuse. No person shall abuse a child. Non-number, Act Number 82 of 2000. Authorized by the Minister of Health and Welfare. Pretty sure we have evidence of like 3 of those bullet points, or a good amount of them.
Oh, yeah, we definitely do.
Yeah.
He literally left her for a year.
Mm-hmm.
She's been bruised and she's been yelled at.
Definitely the yelling at.
And physically bruised. We saw that when we went over.
It was very hidden. And she might try to chalk it up to something that she did herself.
Yes,
which
true.
is the hard part.
Very true.
Okay. Statistics.
Year 19, something. Principal abusers in case reported to the Ministry of Health and Welfare. Looks so sad.
Oh no.
Total 5,352. Mother by blood 2,943, 55%. Another mother not by blood 203, 38%, 3.8%. Father by blood 1,445, 27%. Father not by blood 488, 9.1%. Oh wait, there's been 5,000 cases of child abuse, and these are the percentages of who did it.
Yep.
Oh shit. Year 19 something. Instances of type of abuse in cases reported to the Ministry of Health and Welfare. Total 5,352. Physical abuse 2,780, 51.9%. Neglect, abandonment of child 1,728, 32.3%. Psychological abuse 458, 8.6%. Forbidden from going to school 75, 1.4%. Sexual violence 311, 5.8%.
Oh, that's a great sound cue to go with that popping.
Nah,
Yeah, nope. Yeah, this is definitely not where any of us were hoping to be an hour ago.
Gotta be honest, this is
Nope.
usually how things go with this story, though. It's nice and happy, or not really happy, or...
I mean, we haven't hit child sexual abuse levels of unhappiness yet.
Yet. But with that noise,
I don't...
It might be in the future.
Yeah.
Save! Save!
Save, yep.
Save.
Alright.
Alright, onward.
Santa's daddy. Boom! Child abuse. Yeah, that sounds like Higurashi work. I remind you all, again, this entire story, like this entire game, was created from beginning to end, as far as I can remember, by one Japanese man. The art, the story, the coding, the everything.
In 1980.
Yeah, though the art is new. The original art is much worse than what we get. They updated the art for the re-release on Steam.
The previous
Was it
art's very scary,
just
guys.
the character sprites?
Watch the first episode of the new He-Man. Wow, what a different story. Ah, interesting. Yeah, Ryokishi 07. Okay, let's continue.
The die of fate had been cast. Reporting to a public agency, which we kept being warned could instead result in something far worse for Satoko if we didn't have the evidence first. And just like that. Had I failed? Had I let my emotions get the better of me in that moment? Maybe I should just stay silent. I left everything to Mion, since she had been relatively calm. I remembered the punishment game where we had a bad mouth curry, and how me saying anything would have made it worse, since Satoko told us to leave the talking to her. Maybe if it was the same thing here.
Oh, Ryokishi 07 used to be a social worker, so he knows a lot about cases like Satoko's, which is why this part of the story is so visceral. Oh.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Damn.
Good to know.
Yeah.
It still hurts.
Yeah.
I was impulsive, so maybe I should have just shut up and looked at the floor. But it was too late to lament it. The die I had thrown wouldn't be coming back into my hands. All we could do was pray for something good to happen. Keiichi-kun, you did everything you could. So, leave it to the teachers now. Okay?
Everything I could? If I really gave it everything I had, if I really struggled, I would have dragged Satoko out of her home last night and hidden her in some abandoned house. I didn't, so that means I didn't do everything I could.
Stop thinking about it, alright? You're being a little too persistent, Keiichi-kun. At this rate, you'll collapse. Just leave me alone. I left her with those words and stared lazily up at the ceiling. I wondered if I really got Chie-sensei to understand. Would the public agency intervene and solve everything within the day? Would they acknowledge the abuse and guarantee her safety?
He also didn't tell Chie Sensei about how she's trying to shoulder it.
Mm-hmm. After lunch break, our afternoon classes were mostly self-study. Chicha came back to the classroom occasionally, but then the phone in the lounge would ring and she'd have a long conversation with the caller. Everyone in class got the feeling they knew what those phone calls were about. Sensei came trotting back from the classroom.
I'm really sorry for all the phone calls recently. Let's call it a day. President, please lead the class. Everybody stand up.
Looked to me like Sensei had been wearing a dark expression ever since after lunch break. It really wasn't a relieving expression. It wouldn't be. Even if Sensei 100% understood the situation and passionately explained it to the other person. At the end, the Child Constellation Center, as a public agency, would be the ones to decide whether to get her to safety. Sensei understood that as well as us, and that's why she looked so unreliable right now.
Kei-chan, let's go home. I don't think anyone feels like having the club today.
Mi-chan, it's no fun if no one's not here. Rena was right. It was no fun for us if someone was missing. If the teacher's expression had shown more promise, then maybe we could have gone home comfortably. But I couldn't let myself feel relieved. I couldn't be naive and tell myself all I can do is pray now the dice have been cast. Just in case they didn't get her to safety and decided to wait and see again. I needed to take further measure. Oh god. This is not going to go well. We've already asked the people who could do something official already. Then there was one more place that was worth asking for help. She might laugh it off. Or I might be right, and I could be endangering my own life. But I'd try.
And Mion, is it okay if I stop by your place tonight? You got a lot of manga, right? I'll borrow a bunch of them.
Huh? Sure, I guess.
There was an ominous meaning behind my words, so Mian realized what I really meant right away. I want to talk about something. Alone. That's what I meant.
You're being called out in chat, Kayla.
Ah! Hi. I'm being called out. What did I do?
Someone's just talking to you.
Sorry!
Also, I think this is Rena.
Okay, I was like,
Yeah.
trying to figure out. Mi-chan, Keiichi-kun, let's go home! Ren had already had her shoes on and was waving from us to the schoolyard.
Yes, someone. Sorry, Paperboy Ace. Such pain.
Mm.
Oh, that was fast.
That was really fast.
Alright. Mian's house was gigantic in every way imaginable. The house itself was a vaguely old-fashioned, traditional Japanese house, but in the yard was a torture house. I guess. Or the plot of land was enormous. It easily convinced me that they were really a major landowners, with Hinamizawa under their thumb. Mian brought me through the guest room, and a servant brought us some tea.
Oh, you really are rich, huh? It's kind of fucked up to say to someone, Keiichi.
Paper then. Nice to meet you. I'm told Ninja will introduce us.
Paper, these are my friends.
Hi!
Friends, this is my other friend, Paper.
Hi, Paper.
Nice to meet you!
Just gonna come watch you too.
Aww. I'm glad to have you. More Keiichi.
Oh, you even got housekeepers?
Grandma and I are the only ones who live here. I wouldn't be able to do everything myself.
The servant left, telling us it was 5 o'clock. They withdrew with some soft footsteps.
We have people come in to take care of Grandma and clean 2 or 3 times a week. They come in rotations of 3 or 4, so there's someone here almost every day. Only until evening, though. Oh, and if we're having a party or something where we need more help, we call up different people.
If you had the money to hire all these people, then just take Satoko in. I glared at her as I thought that, and Mian seemed to catch on immediately.
Oh, sorry.
It's fine. I know it's not a money problem.
Just to be clear, my family may be rich, but it's not money that I can use freely for myself, okay? I don't want you to misunderstand that.
Kind of looked like I was bullying her. Again. Mian had been apologizing to me a lot lately, because I'm an idiot. Was Mian the sort of person who would do that this much? No, you're just being rude. Maybe it's just I've been looking so grim lately, because you're an asshole.
So, what's up? You had something to talk about, right?
I have something pretty serious to discuss me on. This will be sudden, and you might be surprised, but I want you to hear me out.
Huh? What?
Oh, I'll give you a way out first. Even if what I say is true, you don't need to admit it. You're allowed to play dumb. But I want you to listen until the end. I have something to say to the next leader of what's still the most important of the 3 families of Onigafuji Village, Mion Sonozaki.
At first, Mian looked like she had no idea what I was saying, but at hearing the whole sentence and putting it together, she reacted.
Where'd you hear that?
It doesn't really matter.
I definitely couldn't tell her who told me. Creepy girlfriend son? You told me not to. But please forgive me. Oh, God. Was why I asked you about it after all.
I was surprised just that you'd heard of Onegifuchi Village, Kei-chan. But you seem to know a lot of things, both true and false, about me too.
Yeah, true and false. And I really might just have the wrong impression here. But I'm okay with that. So listen. And if it really is true,
I don't know what you're getting at, Kei-chan, but let me say this beforehand. You've got a big misunderstanding. So if it were possible, I wouldn't want to hear what you're about to say. Because even if you said it, I can't do anything to help you. Still, if talking about it will lighten your burden even a little, I'll listen. I'm only just going to listen. Nothing more will happen. Are you okay with that?
yeah.
Mion seemed to know what kind of thing I'll be talking about. She warned me that doing so would be fruitless. That much was obvious. If I was going to say it was true, then the Sonozaki family would be the masterminds behind the string of freak deaths that have been occurring every year in Hinamizawa. What are we talking? Why are we talking about that stuff after? Okay.
I think he's been prompted to do this by whatever creepy girlfriend told him.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever exactly that was has brought him to this conclusion.
But up until this time, he's been so worried about, Satoko, and all of a sudden we're going into about Oyashiro-sama?
Yeah, that is.
You'll see.
But Oh, no, I know why he's doing it.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna try and get. He thinks Mion is the one who's doing it, and he's gonna try and get her to kill Satoko's dad or uncle, not dad.
Okay, that makes sense. Alright. Miam nodded a little.
No one knows what it is or why it happens. Even if each incident is solved, the string of deaths and accidents as a whole is still a mystery. But there's one thing connecting them all, and that's how the targets are always enemies of the village.
Seems like it.
Mian spoke as if it didn't relate to her. That was fine. She didn't have to admit it. For now, I just wanted her to stay quiet and listen to me.
Day after tomorrow, it's Higurashi, isn't it? Has the sacrifice for this year's curse been decided already?
Mian didn't answer. Her expression remained the same too. Like she said, she was just quietly listening.
Sorry. The promise was that you'd just listen, so it's weird for me to ask a question, huh?
Mian gave me a look she never gave me before. A faraway look. A sympathetic one. She didn't nod, she just smiled faintly and listened to me.
If this year's curse isn't going to be on Satoko's uncle, then please change it to him. I mean, last year it was her aunt, right? It's in the right order, so it wouldn't be weird.
You're right, it seems like there is an order.
I mean, after her aunt died to the curse last year, he abandoned Satoko and fled into town for a whole year. Why wouldn't a guy like that definitely be next on Oyashiro-sama's list? There shouldn't be any issue with choosing him for this year.
I see. If he were to die from the curse this year, no one would see anything unusual about it.
I heard that Oyashiro-sama's curse is, well...
No matter how I looked at it, I wasn't sure whether I should continue. No matter how I tried, the words wouldn't come out.
The string of freak deaths in Hinamizawa, also called Oishiro-sama's curse. You're saying that they're incidents perpetrated by the village, carried out by the three families at the Sonozaki's instructions? Is that it?
It wasn't.
He was.
I don't care one bit whether you have anything to do with it. I'm just saying, if you have any way of communicating with whoever decides the targets of the curse, then I just want you to tell them to choose Satoko's uncle. Please.
Everything you've been saying has been terrible. If the freak death incidents in Hinamizawa were carried out by the will of the Sonozaki family, that would mean that the main culprit would be me, wouldn't it? I would have chosen the target of the curse, given the instructions, killed many people, and gotten rid of others. You're calling me a murderer, Kei-chan.
I didn't say that. Didn't you listen? I don't care whether you're the one behind the murders or not. I just don't. Even if you were the culprit, it doesn't change the fact that you're my friend. It doesn't matter at all. The police were chasing you. I'd come to help. I'd make you an alibi and even help you escape. Because we're friends and comrades. Aren't we?
Mion looked surprised for a while. She was dumbfounded.
Now you're declaring yourself complicit. Kei-chan, that's pretty bold of you.
Come on, don't interrupt. Satoko's uncle. Choose him for...
Stop right there, Kei-chan. I want to start on dinner soon, so I'd like to leave things at this.
Leon!
I then realized that my cheeks were wet with tears. They slid down my chin and fell, drip drop, to the tatami mat.
It's like I said at the start. You've got a big misunderstanding. Oishiro-sama's curse is just that. Even if there were people behind those incidents, they don't have anything to do with the Sonozaki family, or me either.
But we know that's a lie.
Liar.
Right, I understand that. It's just...
It was touching to hear such a desperate plea, Kei-chan, but that was all it was. Even if I wanted to help, I can't. You understand that too, right?
Yeah.
But now I know how you feel, so well it hurts. If I really were, like you said, the one controlling the three families and choosing the sacrifices every year, I'd probably grant your wish.
Mion.
But the reality is different. I'm just Mion Sonozaki. My family may be the subject of all sorts of bad rumors about controlling Hinamizawa from the shadows, but we have nothing to do with the frequent death incidents. We may have been a little extreme during the damn war, but that's all. We would never do something so insane as to kill people.
Liar.
Don't say such sad things. Right now, at least, I don't care. Why can't you just be nice and lie to me?
Kei-chan, you're free to believe what you like. If I lied to you now, you'd be convinced Sadoko would be freed the night after tomorrow and you'd be able to shed as much of your burden. However, reality is harsh. Satoko's uncle will survive beyond that day. He'd still be alive next week and the week after that. You need to prepare yourself for that. I don't want you coming to me the day after Watanagashi and demanding to know why he wasn't killed.
Mion.
Mion stood up slowly and closed the sliding door to keep out the wind that had grown chilly.
Was it Mio-san? Did she give you all those ideas? Or was it Creepy-san? Did she give you all those ideas? She really likes to misunderstand things about Hinamizawa. Well, we can let her have her fun. But I don't really want her influencing you, Kei-chan. Jeez. This is why outsiders are no good.
Creepy-san has nothing to do with this.
Right. Don't worry. Even though I know she told you about it, Kei-chan, nothing's going to happen. It's not like girlfriend will be chosen for this year's curse. Besides, we don't even know for sure if the curse will happen this year. Maybe it was all just a pile of unfortunate coincidences.
Oh my.
Thanks for listening. If you aren't connected to the deaths at all, that must have been an uncomfortable conversation. Yeah, no shit, Keishi.
Yeah.
I'll apologize for it.
I see. You'll apologize for it.
Mian said she didn't have much time, but she still brought me to the gate. She said she had a meeting or something today about Sunday's Watanagashi's festival. So there'll be a lot of people coming from the town council and the festival committee coming here. Despite her day being so busy, she still listened to what I had to say.
If there's a God in heaven, then he probably understands how strongly you feel.
I'm really sorry for being so weird today. You can pretend like this discussion never happened if you want.
Okay. I'll forget about it.
Okay. See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
I've really only spent a short time with Mion. Talking to her made me think. It was clear that what creepy girlfriend son had told me, at least, wasn't a complete fabrication. If Mion really connected to the incidents, then she probably wouldn't have listened to me so quietly. She heard me out until I was done without making any quips, and I wanted to think that was proof. I did kind of feel like I was grasping at straws. Of course, thinking back on it, it was a terrible thing to discuss. I mean, I went to my friend's house, called her a serial murderer, and then told her to kill Satsuko's uncle. I was the only one talking that whole time. Mion quietly listened to everything I had to say like a pastor listening to a confession. She could have gotten angry partway through, told me off, and go wash my face in miso soup and come back later. But she didn't. Was that proof of Mion's family, the Sonozaki, were the masterminds? Was she just listening because she felt sorry for me going kind of crazy? I don't know which it was. But it was one effort I could make at the moment. It was another form of insurance. Should worse come to worse and the public agency decided to wait and see? It was completely useless resistance. Literally grasping at straws. Sensei said that if she reported it to the Child Consultant Center, they had to respond on the same day. Could they already be in the middle of responding to it right now? If Satoko came to school in the morning, all energetic, then everything would just be a needless fear. Why couldn't tomorrow come faster? That night was unusually hot and humid, and I couldn't get to sleep. I said all that to Sensei. They couldn't possibly decide to wait and see again this year. Satoko, what was it like for her tonight? Had she tasted the end of her nightmare, enjoying a night of liberation? I actually put my hands together and prayed into my futon. Into the futon, guys.
Into the futon. Splat
Into
noise.
the futon.
Futon.
With a splatter noise for no reason.
Good morning, Keiichi-kun.
Morning.
Thank goodness. I thought you overslept today, too. Your mom said you gone on ahead yesterday, and then you weren't at school. I was worried that you'd gotten heat stroke halfway there.
Yeah. I'm very sorry for all the worry I caused you yesterday.
Hey, good morning.
Mi-chan, good morning. Wow, you really... you really stink of liqueur. You'll get us found out for sure.
Oh, right. Wasn't there a big business meeting with all the people on the town council yesterday?
They only called it that. It was more like a party. We have the festival every year, right? We wouldn't have any annoying meetings at this point.
Are you going to help out with the festival this afternoon, then?
Yep. I have to do a meet and greet with all sorts of people at Grandma's place. Besides, they already started setting up for the festival.
Our morning conversation was light-hearted as usual. It looked to Mion It looked like Mian had thankfully forgotten about how I barged into her house yesterday with that crazy talk. The more I think back on it, I felt like I really said something terrible to her. I was really thoughtless, and it wouldn't have been weird if she yelled at me. It was highly possible that creepy girlfriend song had exaggerated her story. To think that our comrade and friend Mion, the young leader of the Sonozakis, one of the 3 families effectively controlling Hinamizawa, was pulling the strings behind the serial death incidents, was a little unbelievable. But if there was even a 1% chance that it was true, then what I said yesterday to Mion might have been a success. Yes, it was no more than 1 in 100, but that little bit of effort might have brought us the chances of saving Satoko up by even a tiny bit. At least I made that effort. After yesterday ended, I was sure I'd done everything I possibly could. If there was just something else I could do, it was probably just to clap my hands and pray that Satoko's uncle would be killed by the curse.
Hope Satoko makes it today.
Me too. Sensei's doing things for her, right? I'm sure it'll be fine. My aunt is a welfare agent in the Hinamizawa district. I gave her a call last night.
Huh? I didn't know your aunt was a welfare officer. What happened? Did you tell her about Satoko-chan?
Yep. Chie-sensei called the Child Consultation Center right after we talked to her. A child welfare officer apparently visited before the night was over. My aunt said that they were going to pay visits at regular intervals from now on.
Off with the dumb little stuff. I want to know what happened to Satoko. Did they get her safe?
My aunt wasn't that informed about it. I was supposed to keep this a secret anyway. Her telling me was a big breach of ethics in the first place.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that makes me feel even worse.
Let's get to school. Right. Discussing this more would just make us feel worse. It was far quicker to go to school and see if Satoko was safe or not. The 3 of us nodded and ran off. Was Satoko safe? What measures had this Child Constellation Center taken? I didn't care what. As long as we could go back to our peaceful lives with Satoko today, it didn't matter to me. Oop.
It's Watanagashi Day today, isn't it?
It sure is.
Yeah, your life's never gonna be peaceful
I
again,
think it's the day
Keiichi.
after. Because I'm pretty sure they wouldn't go to school on Watanagashi Day.
I thought that,
Maybe?
like,
I thought it was
yesterday
supposed to be
they
the
said
day
it was
after.
some...
I thought yesterday was the last day, and then today. I don't know.
I thought they said yesterday that it was the day after today.
Well, I guess we'll find out later
Yeah.
today.
Because isn't it supposed to be on a Sunday when there's no school?
It is on a Sunday. I don't know if we don't have school or anything.
I'm pretty sure Japan doesn't have school on Sundays. They do have it on Saturdays, though.
Yes.
Ah, Satoko's shoes are here. They're here.
Kei-chan, Satoko came. Thank goodness.
We don't know if anything happened just because she came to school. We can't know anything until we see her face.
We trotted towards the classroom. The classroom was lively as it usually was in the morning.
Toko, where are you?
Meep. She's right here.
It's too early in the morning to be so loud. Would you please keep it down a bit?
Satoko-chan! Are you okay? All of our friends crowded around Satoko excitedly.
A probation officer came, right? How did it go?
Who was it that called them? I swear, it was quite a mess, you know.
It's the teacher. You were absent for so long. Of course she was worried.
Satoko said, I told you I'm fine, under her breath. She was still trying to overcome all the suffering on her own.
It was a big bother to both me and my uncle. That person just barged in on us suddenly, jeez.
Everyone was worried about you, Satoko. Don't say it was a bother.
Ah, jeez.
Oh, wait, never mind. That's KG.
Ah, jeez. Anyway, what happened?
Nothing happened. My cold got better, so I came back to school, that's all. I can't take too much time off from now because then you'll all be worried about me.
What was Satoko saying? What happened to, well, your uncle?
Oh, he admitted that there were some misunderstandings and we both apologized.
Tug. Rika-chan grabbed the back of my collar and pulled me away.
What is it, Rika?
Rika-chan silently dragged me all the way into the hallway.
Rika, what did that mean?
Satoko said nothing happened and was happening and chased them away.
Because that's the one part he left out of the fucking thing with the teacher and everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Idiot. But why?
You know why, you idiot!
No, somewhere in my mind, I thought it might turn out like this. Satoko didn't ask for anyone's help. She didn't hide this behind anyone. She was trying to ride out this pain. She wanted to show Satoshi proof that if he came back to them, she wouldn't need to hide behind him anymore.
Said probation officers can bring her to safety in an emergency, even if it's against her wishes. However much Satoko denies the abuse, it's a fact.
Jie-sensei finally came. Her expression was far from cheerful.
Yes, you're right, my Barakun. If the child welfare officer determines that it's an emergency, they have the right to immediately take them to safety, regardless of the affected party's intent.
I mean, why? Why is Satoko's intent being respected so much? It's weird. Why don't they put her into safety?
Well, after the person in charge at the Child's Consultation Center looked into it from many angles, they determined...
What the hell is that? Sensei, didn't you say it was going to be alright since you definitely save her? What's the meaning of this? This doesn't make any sense. Answer me, damn it!
Keiichi, this is actually the third time someone has reported Satoko's child abuse. It happened twice in the past, too.
Furude-san!
Sensei tried to stop her, but Rika-chan went on speaking anyways.
Twice before? I heard they decided to wait and see after reporting it the winter before last. But it happened before then, too?
Satoko's father, who died, wasn't her real father.
What? Rika, that's... what?
I'm stunned at the sudden revelation. I had no idea what Rika-chan wanted to tell me, but it seemed really important, so I couldn't get a word in either. Satoko's mother remarried. She brought Satoko and Satoshi with her, so they weren't related by blood to their father. Satoshi was a good kid, one who listened politely to what adults told him.
Oh, completely understand, T. Do what you gotta do, get some rest. Thanks for stopping by, it's very good to see you. You can't see it, but heart hands.
He immediately welcomed by their new father and was loved.
Fucking love you!
But Satoko was different. She was rebellious, and she told lies, and she played pranks. Her stepfather didn't like her at all.
So, what do you mean?
Even before she was given to their uncle and his wife, Satoko didn't have a very good relationship with her family. Of course, her stepfather didn't have any malicious intent at the start. At first, she... Wait, is she still saying this?
I don't
think
know.
so, yeah.
This game. At first, he must have worked hard to get his new daughter to accept him. But the young Satoko didn't make any effort at all towards that end. She was distant toward her stepfather, never opened her heart to him, even a little. She just got his nerves all the time, with seemingly forced lies and pranks. Her father's discipline and punishment must have been loving at first, of course, but that too faded quickly. Sensei?
Oh, yeah. I don't know, because I wasn't in Hinamizawa at the time, but I learned this on the phone yesterday.
Sorry, did you hear Sensei?
That Satoko-chan wanted to trick her parents, especially her stepfather, so she inflicted wounds on herself so she could make up a false story about abuse. And that she sent out an SOS herself.
She made up a story about hurting herself?
Satoko made a fake phone call to try and get rid of the father she hated. Child welfare officers rushed there and heard the story. Her father generally apologized for a few times when he had gone too far and agreed to let the child welfare center give him coaching.
Related agencies looked into it quite a bit. They determined that Satoko-chan and her stepfather's hearts not being quite matched up was the cause of the incident. But they found another problem above that with Satoko-chan.
What's Satoko? What was it?
This sensei or
Yes,
Rika?
Satoko's mother, there were a few times where she had lived with de facto husbands, though those relationships didn't result in remarriage. From a young age, Satoko had been forced to call at least 2 or 3 people her father. At some point, Satoko's pranks escalated. She would spill food on purpose, turn over her plate, and even throw it. She would break the windows in the neighborhood and shoplift candy. She would put thumbtacks everywhere and set other traps to seriously hurt people. Not in the way she did now, just to get laughs. She was also fond of telling lies that would be found out right away, and people got mad at her every time. But she never, ever changed her behavior. Please don't think Satoko-chan was a problem child. Satoko-chan was young. It was an act of self-defense that she had to take against the unknown men her mother had chosen.
In regard to Satoko's problematic behavior, child psychology experts from public institutions indicated her actions were to draw her mother's attention to herself. They acknowledged that she had a form of harmful emotional trauma and declared that she needed counseling and therapy from professionals. They didn't know whether that therapy had healed the wounds in her heart.
Satoko-chan purposefully hurt herself and told them that she was being abused by her stepfather in an attempt to chase him out.
But in the end, her stepfather did abuse her, right?
No. All of the abuse had been made up by Satoko-chan. Her stepfather, of course, may have scolded her in a somewhat emotional way, but it was nothing out of the ordinary.
Satoko had lied to chase away her stepfather, and they saw through her right away and found out that Satoko had issues.
That's why the winter before last, they decided to wait and see.
Yes, the China Constellation Center had all their past records, so they needed to act carefully in case Satoko was lying.
What the hell? So what? Satoko might be telling a lie, so they needed to be careful? So how does that mean they'd end up just waiting and seeing?
It was the girl who cried wolf.
That fable about telling a lie once, making others unwilling to believe you later?
It's bullshit. Past has nothing to do with this, does it? Only what's really happening right now is important. Soko's being abused by your uncle. What? Why is something that happened in the past getting in the way of helping her now?
Neither Sensei nor Rika-chan had anything to say to that.
Anyway, yesterday a probation officer visited to carefully determine what was going on.
And Sadako dealt with them, put on the best, strongest smile she could manage, and denied the abuse. Of course, she was probably being threatened to keep quiet about it by her uncle. Sadako was trying to outlast everything without asking for help. Sadako wanted to wait for Satoshi to come back home. She outright denied the truth of the abuse. What an idiot. What? You're not really enduring it? Do you think pretending like this will actually bring Satoshi back? Just stop it already! Satoshi, he abandoned you. And the fact that he hadn't shown up to save you now is proof, isn't it? So just stop it. Please. Stop being weird and pretending to endure it.
Forget everything we just said. Understand? If you tell anyone else, your teacher will be very mad with you.
Sensei gave me a warning, then left to go back to the teacher's lounge. Keiichi, please don't think Satoko is pathetic, pitiful girl. She's living life. She's...
I know that. She's our irreplaceable friend.
Satoko is still trying her best. Let's watch over her. A little longer. The person from the Constellation Center said they visit periodically from now on. If something terrible happens, they'll help her right away.
Yeah, but only after it happens.
Any more than that would have sounded like I was picking a fight, so I firmly swallowed my next words and went back to the classroom. Mion and Rena were talking to Satoko like they always did. It was a silly conversation. Humorous, even fun one, like it was any old day. If Satoko really said she could still endure it, then maybe I should do what Rika-chan said and watch over her. Maybe whatever I offer will just go unwanted.
Damn.
Okay, why don't we all have lunch?
Beep. It's been a while since we have all 5 of us. This is really how it has to be.
Here. Come on, you two, Kei-chan. Bring your desk over.
Satoko brought her own desk over as well, grinning broadly. Even knowing nothing had been resolved, this exchange was pleasant. It made me remember how fun it used to be.
I can't have Rika making a bento for me forever.
I know mine. I have fun making a bento. Rika-chan's such a good girl. Having such a good friend must be so reassuring. I put in the big steak, and Satoko puts in the burnt stuff. So if it was just Satoko, it would be so very sad. So very sad. Nipa. I take it back. Well, she's Rika-chan after all. Hey, come on, look! I got omelet rice today! Mushrooms and stuff are delicious! Delicious! Oh!
I say it every time, but your craftsmanship is splendid. You could become a wife whenever and not have a problem.
Japan.
Yeah.
Wait, is this... Oh, God.
Yeah.
A wife? A wife? Eating a wife. That's just awkward to say.
What?
Alright.
I don't know, right? Using the word wife is totally forbidden around Rena. Please don't say it again.
Please.
I'll think about what I've done. A little.
By the way, what's in your lunch, Mion? Looks different again today. We're all waiting in anticipation.
It's a rich assortment of side dishes left over from what my uncle brought last night. The stew looks really great, huh? The color of the radishes, too, looks really good, right?
Wow, it looks really delicious.
Stew tastes best when it's left overnight. This looks like it would be really good. And... oh, no, this is Keiichi. Fuck.
It tastes best when it's left overnight. Looks like it will be really good. And so there will be none left for Stoko. I'll eat it all and tell you what I think, so just be quiet and watch.
What was that? Hand over my portion, too.
Elbow, punch, headbutt. I'll use my knees too. Hurrah!
At close range like this, my advantage is unwavering. Keiichi-san, the daikon in your portion tastes really good.
Damn it. Coming right for me from the start and using a combo attack. How humiliating.
This little exchange. How long had it been? It looked like they ended up going with the wait and see approach, but maybe her uncle had realized he'd gone a little too far and would dial it back now. If her treatment improved a little, would that be a good thing? Stuka was grinning wider than I ever seen as she chopped down on her mouthful of daikon she'd plundered from me. Did it really taste that good? Stuka was somewhat cute like that. And just as I'd done many a times, I grabbed her head and started petting it. Smack! Flip flop! Cutter cutter! Satoko-chan? It was so sudden that for a moment I didn't know what had happened. The back of my hand was stinging. I went to pet Satoko's head again, and then she hit my hand.
What's wrong, Satoko?
Satoko was scratching at her head as though a pimple or something appeared on it and become itchy. So sudden and so unprovoked that I didn't understand what had happened.
What's wrong, Stoko?
At some point, her body had been covered in a thin layer of sweat. Her breathing had turned ragged. When I pet her head, did she not like it? Is that what it meant?
Hey, did you just like being petted?
Once again, slowly, I held up my palm in
Don't
my
do
hand
that!
and brought it
Itchy.
close to Satoko's head. As the palm of my hand touched her head, there was a shock like static electricity, and Satoko began to howl. Good slam! She grabbed my arms in both hands as if flinging off a snake trying to cling to her. As if trying to throw something dirty, she threw it violently. It happened too suddenly for me to react. I hit the desk behind me, and both it and I fell to the floor. The classroom fell deathly silent. Stuka bellowed. It sounded like she was in throes of death. She unsteadily backed away. Then she threw up the food she'd just eaten. She vomited it all back up. Splat. The sound of Satoko's vomit hitting the floor rang through the classroom.
Are you okay, Satoko? You seem sick.
I reached out a hand. Why do you keep doing that? And she swatted it away with all her might. With such extreme strength that I fell onto the floor again. Satoko put both her heads on her head, as to protecting it, groaned some more, and took a few steps back. Then she began swinging both hands around. Students in nearby seats were forced to evacuate. She grabbed anything within reach, bento boxes, chairs, threw them, tossed them, flung them about.
Wait, stop it, Satoko! What's wrong with you?
She screamed out as if Mion's word had caused her physical pain. No one spoke a word to her. All the students were withdrawing behind us, leaving Satoko alone in the corner of the classroom. Round her, there were desks and chairs all over the floor. Bentos lay scattered. It was terrible. All I could hear was Satoko's ragged breaths and the voices of the cicadas.
I'm sorry.
The strings of tension loosened around Satoko. Maybe she suddenly grew scared of her own actions, because she started trembling and gave a word of apology. But nobody knew just who that apology was directed towards. So for now, I decided to answer as everyone's representative.
Why is something in the past get in the way of helping now? Wow, talk about defining trauma. Yep. All right, have a good night, Daniel.
Bye-bye!
No, it's fine. Are you alright?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Her words didn't match each other at all. Satoko hugged her shoulders, and back she went. Bang! She ran into a locker with cleaning supplies in it. Even that made her a little yelp. The impact caused a bucket atop of the locker to fall, making a loud sound, and that scared Satoko most of all. She almost jumped out of her skin, grabbing a bunch of the curtain in her hands. Nobody spoke to her. They could only look, not even remembering to blink.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
Satoko? What? What on earth? I stood up, took a step away from everyone, and approached Satoko.
Stop, Keiichi!
What happened?
I said. I don't know. You're wrong. Please stop. Please forgive me.
Calm down, Tsuko. Do you know who I am?
No more. I hate this.
Every time I took a step forward, she grasped the curtains more tightly and cried out.
Toko, it's me. It's Keiichi. Don't you recognize me? I would never, ever hurt you. Come on, calm down. It's all right. I'm your friend.
Help me. I don't want to be there. It feels bad. I don't.
Suddenly, my shoulders were grabbed and I was dragged backwards. It was Runa. Sorry, Keiichi-kun. You get a little farther back. After pulling me back, she ran towards Satoko in my place. It's okay, Satoko-chan. There's nothing to be scared of.
Yeah, I do a little bit of flow with this voice. It's hard.
Please, don't worry.
No more, please. No more. Nini, help me. Nini, help me.
As she gripped the curtains and kept calling for Nini, she continued to wail about being forgiven for something, be saved from something. What is this? Mia gnashed her teeth and groaned. There were tears falling from her firmly closed eyes.
What the hell? What is this? Didn't this all come to an end yesterday? Weren't we supposed to go back to our old lives? Mion! Mion!
Crash! It was a crazy sound. Ron had taken cleaning his fly locker and kicked it down to the ground. Everyone stood surprised at Rena's unexpected act of brutality. After that, Ren embraced the bawling Satoko from behind, started crying with her, stifled.
What's wrong?
Sorry. Geichi-kun, be quiet for a minute.
What is it now? What happened? What did Satoko tell you? What did you hear?
Shut the hell up! I told you to shut your mouth, asshole! Rena's raw, hostile emotion hit me like a brick. It was no more than a momentary howl of emotion for Rena, but it was more than that for me. She had shown me what was behind all that motion, what was in her heart. Oh, Satoko-chan.
No, no, no. No more. No more.
Forgive us. We couldn't do anything for you. Forgive us.
Nini. Nini. Nini.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Forgive us for being unable to do anything. Written words made me feel as though the blood vessels in the back of my head were suddenly all turning to ash. My vision grew distant, blurred with gray. The world lost its color. I thought we could save Satoko. But though I knew it would be sooner the better, I thought there was no time limit for doing that.
Also, it sounded like these were I'm very, very fucking glad that my walls are thick in this building. Because, oh my god.
Yeah, no, my family's probably hearing every single thing I'm saying. It's gonna be an interesting conversation later, to say the least.
At least you can explain it. I would have to explain it to strangers.
I never even dreamed that we could be too late. I've been making a huge mistake. That Satoko could be hurt, but never that she'd break. It was such a huge mistake. People, they break. Think that they don't? That's absolutely absurd. We need to save Satoko. We need to save her before she broke. The fatal last bit in rareness. I brought this on. Whose fault was it? That went without saying. Mine. No. Ours. We all took on the duty of saving Satoko, but we were negligent to the point of laziness. In that sense, this was an inevitable result. Even if this didn't happen today, and it happened tomorrow, or the day after, or next week, we would just have sat around doing nothing until that day. But this was the obvious result. I slumped down to my knees, just as Mion and Rika-chan had done. And I, too, closed my eyes tight and couldn't stop myself from sobbing.
What is all the noise about? Wait, what's happened?
The teacher came, and her face screwed up at the terrible spectacle before her. The instant she realized the teacher was here, Satoko went through another complete change. She swept her face with the curtains and, like nothing happened, smiled.
Hojo-san? What on earth is going on here?
I just got into a little squabble with Rena-san is all. We went a little crazy over our lunches. Right?
Rena didn't nod in reply. But then, since Satoko wished it, she nodded without strength. The rest of the class couldn't keep up with her extreme changes. We all just stared in a daze.
It was just a little horseplay. I scared everyone out of their wits.
Satoko would probably sweep the whole thing under the rug. For what? Her heart is torn to pieces. So what? What else? You wanted your Nini to help, didn't you? But unfortunately for you, Satoshi doesn't ever intend to come back. It's never that easy. He won't just conveniently show up and save you. So, you don't have to wait for him anymore. You can cry, beg for help, and you can run away.
We can't do anything.
Mian suddenly said. She spoke then. Those few words had tormented me countless times. Those words were a spell, and when I heard them, my whole body suddenly regained its calm. My emotions all slipped away like they'd never been there, like a wave departing. And then the world's color flipped inside out.
What is this fucking music?
Is he high on something? My field of view expanded. My head grew remarkably cold, and I felt like my mind's volume had grown even wider. Volume had grown even wider than the classroom. What the?
What the
are we
fuck?
on? What are we on, guys? At that time, my soul was doubtlessly no longer the small, petty vessel in my head, but floating in the air a little bit above it.
Yeah, Keiichi's fucking freaking out. He's having
It
a bad
was
trip.
A mysterious feeling of release. Broke free of my cramped confines of my skull and stretched out of my roots in all directions as far as I wanted to. It was a strange feeling, one I never felt before. An odd sense of exhilaration. What was in that stew, guys?
Yeah, right?
Who the fuck knows?
My sharpened senses caused me to transcend.
Oh,
My
God.
mind was sharper than a knife's edge, and I immediately decided that spending the time to let myself be crushed with grief would be an absolute waste. I erased all that garbage information from my brain. I expelled the pointless emotions presenting obstacles to action.
Eon, you curse it all you want. Curse her powerlessness as much as you want.
Huh?
If I could take him back what had happened by crying about it, I'd had cry all day. But the fact was, this is how things turned out. I couldn't take back what had happened. The top priority then would be to prevent the situation from worsening further, to sever the chains of misfortune. Until today, I'd been looking at things so narrow-mindedly, I could scarcely believe it. To save Satoko, the only thing to do was to save Satoko? That's the only thing I thought about. I didn't allow myself to realize the most basic, direct, and certain way of removing the source of Satoko's unhappiness. No. Actually, I realized it yesterday. But as for the means, I relied on some stupid curse from some dumb deity. I never considered carrying out the task myself. I would obliterate Satoko's uncle. There were plenty of ways to do it. This was a task that held infinite methods. Ironically, the method of saving Satoko required mostly money, but the method of killing that man pretty much took no money at all.
Huh.
I could kill him with the least amount of investment. The least amount of money suited him. It was only the weight of his life. I keep eliminating needless, worthless information from my head, replenish it with only the knowledge I need to achieve my goal. I used every cell in my brain, Soul 1, to think about how I'd kill him. The way I killed him didn't matter. Or allow any method, from whatever time and whatever country, as long as it ended in a quick and certain death. If I were to have an additional condition, it would be not to get caught. Removing him was an act designed to return the peaceful times we had with Satoko. If I were arrested in exchange for the removal, we might have been killed each other. With only him gone, we'd go back to our normal lives. That was my supreme objective, my ultimate goal. Kill him. Definitely. But definitely don't leave evidence either. Two alternatives at odds with one another. The condition of not leaving a trace back to me automatically narrowed the number of murder methods. No witnesses was an absolute must. Fortunately, given the right time in Hinamizawa, there would be nobody around. I mentally reconstructed the land around Satoko's house. The number of pedestrians different at different times, the movement algorithm of the neighbors. Would I lure him out or charge at him? What would my weapon be? When and where would I carry this out? Where? I need to be somewhere I wouldn't leave a trace. When? I need to be somewhere as soon as possible for Satoko's safety, without wasting even a millisecond. This is absolutely absurd. Completely absurd. When I thought about this way, it struck me how easy the act of killing was. If I could leave evidence, if I was just going to kill him, anyone could easily turn into a murderer. But our reason prevented that. I told us doing so would get us arrested for sure. In the end, being arrested by the police was the final thing preventing people from committing homicide. Absurd. If you went all the way out into the very middle of the ocean, you wouldn't leave any trace at all. Anyone could drop those they hid into the depths if they knew that. It was all too easy to simply remove him. I could leave class right now, grab a metal baseball bat or something from the schoolyard, go to his house, and attack him.
Jeez.
Estimated time would be 25 minutes. If I wanted to kill each other, it wouldn't even be minutes. I could do it in 1500 seconds. I just knew how his continued existence depended on me. He was nothing. I could expel him from this world within just 1500 seconds after making up my mind. From the one I decided to do, he only had 1500 seconds. Actually, if I ran full speed to his house, that number would even go down even further. But he was alive.
Ah, fuck, sorry.
He was still part of this world at this very moment, having turned Satoko's body and mind to shreds. Why? Because I was letting him live. I was permitting him to live, so he was alive. If I rescinded that permission, he'd be evacuating this mortal coil within 1500 seconds. You think I let you live? To breathe? Even 1500 more seconds of air? I'm taking that permission back. Right here. Right now. You better thank me for letting you live until today. However, I actually need more than 1500 seconds. I'm not just gonna end you. Getting back our old lives is far more important. It's only you I'll be cutting cleanly out of this world. They wouldn't find a culprit. I'll forget that I dirtied my hands with the likes of you as naturally as I brushed my teeth the night before.
Damn.
So to do that, I'll make a special exception for you and give you more than 1500 seconds. I'll give you special permission to keep on living as you have until I construct the perfect plan for your murder. Wait, Keiichi. You can't let that time go to waste. Yeah, I know. I'll kill him quickly. I'll remove him with certainty. I won't misuse any time to think of a plan. Think back. Tomorrow is a Watangashi, isn't it? Last year on the night of the Watangashi, her aunt died. Her head was busted open by some deviant, her brain splattered everywhere. That's it. He's someone who deserves to be given death on the night of the Watangashi. Hey, or your Shirasama, you call yourself guardian, but you didn't protect Satoko. Cursing Satoko's family for the damn stuff is your own business, but now you made Satoko unhappy when she didn't have anything to do with it. I, Keiichi Maibara, hereby denounce you, the guardian deity of Hinamizawa, a failure. We don't need you. Go back to the deepest, darkest parts of your shrine this year. Besides, if you just cursed and killed both her aunt and uncle last year, none of this would ever have happened. The curse this year, it's not on you. I'll be the one deciding it. It won't be the 3 families controlling the serial deaths behind the scenes. No, not some vague people who can't tell if they're buffoons or not. This time, I'll be the one to deliver the divine judgment. So don't get in my way. Just watch. Stay quiet and watch. I'll obliterate him. I'll wipe him off the face of the earth. I will stomp out his very existence.
Dun dun dun.
Go away, disappear, and die. I'll tear your heart apart, just like you did to Satoko. I'll have your blood as payment. I don't really know how to say that.
insert pterodactyl noises.
Well, that escalated quickly, guys.
Damn.
It really did. What the fuck?
Well,
Okay, we're back in the classroom.
It's Rena.
Ichikan? Are you alright? Rena, Mion, and Rika-chan were looking after me. Had I fallen to the floor? You surprised us. You suddenly fell down? Were you having a nightmare? What were you taking? You were moaning.
Quit squeaking at me like that.
Eep. My friends gave a start and backed away. What? Ren and the others, they exchanged glances, unsure of what to say, stood confused for a few moments. What was that? Your voice, Kichikun?
Of course it was.
Rena gulped firmly and opened her mouth. For a second, Kichikun, your eyes were really scared. Oh, he got the Oyashiro-sama curse this time, guys. Ah!
My eyes? Probably just a trick of the light. Don't waste my time.
I'm not mistaken. I've never seen those kind of eyes before.
What are those guys talking about? They've all been too scared of me lately. You were Keiichi Maebara-kun, right? What was Rena saying? Who else do I look like except Keiichi Maebara? The look I gave her seemed to speak quite eloquently to those irritated thoughts. She understood and quickly apologized. I'm sorry. Don't worry about it. You fuckers.
Damn.
He got the curse! I love it. I love it so much, guys.
Yeah.
Hot damn. Well, a couple new tips.
Alright.
Achievement unlocked. 1500 seconds.
June 18, 1983. Abusive issues regarding Satoko Hojo. Urgent. Propose that Satoko Hojo must be taken into immediate custody based on the items below. 1. Family situation. Life with adoptive father, who recently returned to Hinamizawa, had already turned disastrous. She is currently subject to unendurable physical and mental abuse from the father. 2. A child consultation center response. Child probation officer was dispatched yesterday, the 17th of the prefecture welfare office, but because the 77 case changed to continue coaching and concentrating action. Fortunately, the consultation office head does not properly understand the situation. 3. Status of concerned child. Child always appears to be suffering from an outbreak of something close to neurosis or manic depression. For unstable pubescent mind is negatively stimulated by stress, put her in development of a healthy body and mind at risk. This cannot be allowed to continue from a humane standpoint. 4 allegations made to the family court. It proposed, based on the items below, that Satoko Hojo should be immediately be taken into protective custody. Should be securely temporary under emergency allegations to the family court under Article 28. You request emergency coordination between all related agencies. Well, that's good.
That was back
Yay.
when. That was way back when.
No, I thought that was now.
No, it said father.
Oh.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, and this one's labeled 1977.
Mm-hmm.
1970. Fuku Jiso D23, number 44, blah blah, 1977. Shall name Satoko Hojo. Something old. Residence Hinamizawa Village, Shishibone. Consultation circumstances. Telephone SOS from a child of child abuse. Abuse situation. Child claims she is being physically abused by her adopted father. Family structure. Mark abusers. Adopted father, real mother, older brother, child in question. Note, adopted father and real mother entered family registry in 19 blah blah. Child is the daughter of the mother's previous husband. Child Constellation Center response. On the day of the child's telephone consultation, the center called the child's school and asked of her situation. On that day, the child welfare officer on duty visited the child's house and conducted an interview. The adopted father sincerely listened to the instruction and agreed to take child-raising workshops in the city from now on. As part of the suggested coaching, the center will continue to observe the situation. Other notes. As a result of numerous counseling sessions at the city's education consultation office regarding the child, we learned that there was a high possibility that the cause of the child's excessive distrust towards her adopted father was a result of a lack of communication. Abuse she claimed hadn't actually taken place. She made a false report to distance herself from her adopted father. Below is a note written in pencil by the person on duty at the time. The problem appeared to be more with the daughter. Chief Investigator F of the city's Education and Consultation Office said that most of her stories of abuse were likely fabrications. Decided to shift the focus of her coaching to the child. Be cautious not to take everything that the child says as truth. So they said they did counseling with the father, and because of what he said, think that she's lying. Is what I got from that. And the previous thing says there's probably abuse from the father, and she should be taken away.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure.
So what I'm getting here is that she was actually abused by the adopted father, was forced to deal with it, they died.
Or that's a previous thing, or... Because even Rico was saying that apparently it was a fabrication.
Well, yeah, but she doesn't know everything. She's only the friend. You don't show your friends your misery.
I have to look back through that, because I don't know.
That's what I just got up from that, is that she was actually abused way back then. People say that it's a lie, but it actually isn't.
But if it's the same people seeing this stuff, and then...
I think there's something fishy going on in the Constellation Center.
Maybe. Huh.
That's what I'm just saying. That's all I got.
Yeah. Well, got through 2 chapters. That's good.
We did.
Hell
Make
yeah.
sure to save.
Yep, save.
I do not want to go through all that again.
No,
please.
God,
Yeah.
that was rough. Hot
I'm
damn.
sorry to everybody about this depressive episodes.
Yeah. So thank you all for hanging out with us tonight. I know that was Depresso Espresso and probably not comfortable for anybody. Hence why we have warnings for this particular game. Because holy shit.
I swear it's not depressive all the time. I swear.
Yeah, this is very much an intense story. Oh, but we got through it. And, I mean, we're going to continue to get through it because this definitely isn't the end of this arc. And Keiichi is gone fucking murder. Keiichi's going murder.
I love it so much.
Oh, man. Keiichi's just dealing with it. Keiichi's just like, fuck it.
Said if no one else is gonna do anything, I'm gonna do something.
Mm-hmm,
And the only thing I can do, murder his ass.
Like you do.
As one does.
Yeah. So, that'll be it for tonight. Thank you again, David, Kayla. Thank you for the help.
Of course,
I hope
of
you have
course,
a
you're
good time explaining to everybody else in your house about what you just did.
It's fine.
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah. Who can I send y'all to? Oh, Zabson's doing some
Someone
Township
happy?
Tale.
Happy things? Happy things?
Yeah, so Township Tale. It should be fine.
Perfect. Okay.
My friend Zabson, who I do Go Chat roleplay with, who is a fellow bard, a fellow musician, is doing some Township Tale, so hopefully that'll be nice and lighthearted. Please send them our love. Rainfall, if you're subbed. You are all fucking wonderful. I appreciate the fuck out of every single one of you. Thank you so much for joining us. I will be back on Tuesday for Lying Fork Inn because I will be doing Maidens rehearsal tomorrow night and I will not be able to stream. But hopefully we have more Maidens shit coming up in the future when we can finally get back together. Band's getting back together, bitches! Yeah! So yeah, until next time, send Zabson some love. You all stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. We'll see you next time. Bye! Where is my ending? There it is. Wait, no, wait. There we go.
I'm a badass asexual polyhedral dice.